Yeah. Okay. How about that? Is there sound? Is there sound now? Is there sound now?
How about now?
We'll have to wait for a second for it to catch up.
I don't know why this isn't scrolling properly.
There you go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes, better. Yes, there we go. Hello, everybody. What about when you talk?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're gonna need a little bit more mic. I'm so sorry. It's gonna be a little bit loud. It is literally 91 degrees in the house. It's gone down 2 degrees since earlier. It's 108 outside still. This is like super informal. We're on the couch, just like dying here a little bit because it's hot out. We have Marco Marie's little air conditioning over here that I've turned into I've modified it now.
You shoeboxed it.
I did.
It blows right at us.
I did. I made it into I made a duct out of it, so it's shooting on us. But it is hot, everybody. I'm sorry, it is hot in here.
Yeah, I think we hit 113.
It was 111 was what I saw. So we were trying to figure out for the last 15 minutes how to sit flattering.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to figure out.
I
just don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. I don't like this. I'm not a fan. No. I'm not a fan of this at all. Yes.
Sam's calling you out for having no shoes on. Shit shoes are gone.
I don't like that. All right, now my feet are down off. How do I get them off camera? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lay down, just like my head in the. I'm gonna lay down with my head in the cushions like an ostrich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you guys hear us? Okay. Can you hear Crystal at all? Oh my gosh.
How about now? Can you hear me now? Amanda says they hit 118 today, so we can't really complain.
Wow.
Sorry, you guys just don't listen to us complain about the heat
I'm not
all.
too concerned about the outside air. I am concerned about the inside air. I'm concerned about the inside air. That's what's hot. It's 91 inside here. So anyway, hot. That's us complaining. We're done complaining about it. We're done complaining about it. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, you're gonna have to hear a little bit of wind because that thing's blowing. That thing's blowing on the.
Yeah, that's not going away.
Oh, Crystal, no, we're grouchy.
Yes.
Because we can't be grumpy. I know we got some super chats, Crystal.
I'm getting to it.
There's one somewhere. So hello, how you guys doing? This will be a Q&A. We'll get to that here in just a second, where you guys will be able to ask us questions. Crystal, I made waffles this morning.
I heard.
I have this morning show. I don't know if you know about it. It's called The Daily Dan.
I heard about it. Some people mentioned it.
Yeah. So on The Daily Dan, I made waffles this morning. Am I too loud over, Crystal? Should I turn it down? I don't have another stand thing to get over here, so I'm just holding this in my hand.
Our super chat from Helen, which is described in the chat instead of the emoji, says, Shiba dog raising an arm to greet someone, asking, how's it going?
Oh, it is going fine. Thank you.
Thank you for the support, Helen.
Yes, thank you so much. I did check for your box yesterday. I have not seen it yet. Dan killed a Smurf this morning. Yes, I made blue waffles this morning.
Why would you make blue waffles?
I sent you that picture. What came out? What did you think?
I just shook my head. Oh. That's all.
Helen, thank you so much for the super chat. I think it's winter over there, by the way.
Yeah?
It has to be.
Can we go visit?
I'm thinking so, because I'm
Are we allowed to visit yet?
I'm melting. I had I'm getting fat now since I've been home, and I'd like to say it is the first time that I did have under boob sweat.
Yeah, how's that feel?
Yeah, I don't know. I wiggled my bra around a little bit, and then I worked it.
You getting the chub rub yet?
From not wearing underwear, sometimes I do.
Baby powder.
No, because that's how you get
don't use Johnson & Johnson baby powder.
But that's all talc. You can't get the asbestos out of talc when they mine it.
Right, so just use the baby powder.
But they get the baby powder from mining it out of the...
Well, then enjoy your chub rub.
Do they grind up babies to get it?
Because is it made from real babies?
If they don't, then I'm suing. I want nothing from Johnson.
Jim wants to know if that's a vintage Less Than Jake shirt. It actually isn't. I have the original one that Less Than Jake sold, but it's on yellow, and I look horrible in yellow. So I actually got this, I think, on Redbubble. Someone recreated the design, or maybe the artist that made it put it up there.
Right.
I don't know.
Can you read Sam's comment?
Maybe. It's easier to see here. You're not fat, Dan. You're just a little husky.
Oh my gosh. So I had all of these overlays that I wanted to bring up and stuff, and I hit the button and nothing happened.
Oh, fun.
Yes. So anyways,
and we're too hungry to fix it?
Oh my gosh. So I made waffles this morning, and so we made the blue waffles. And Jim Johnson said to put a little bit of Italian seasoning and some cheese in there. So I did a little crack or two of the Italian seasoning, and I put just just a little handful of cheese it's like a half a cup, and then I put like a quarter cup in there and I mix it around. It was crazy bread from Little Caesars. You know that that corner crust, area that's like dark on top and it kind of crust around bubbly around the side.
Right.
It was Little Caesars crazy bread.
So you make all these waffles. You've never once made me a waffle.
And you've never once watched my show. Fair
enough. I can't argue with that.
Yeah. Yes.
Helen with the super chat says, "You are both welcome anytime if you ever were to come to Australia."
Yes.
If this heat wave continues, we might.
If I go to Australia, it's to go see Yahoo Serious. Like, I just want to go see him. You guys know who I'm talking about? You guys know who Yahoo Serious is? Come on. Young Einstein, where's Jim Johnson at? He's not going to let me down on this one. Uncle Yukon knows.
Kevin says you should make me waffles. I think next week on Wednesday we're making waffles.
So I was trying to perfect it. Now I'm trying to shove my feet into like the couch hole. I try to perfect it. And I'm pretty good at making these now. So I'm very confident going into next week's Wednesday stream. Or I hope it's not this hot when we try to make these.
I don't think it's supposed to be this hot. Today was like peak heat. But the temperature it is now is the high temperature. But it's only June.
There's like so much more J months left.
This is the hottest day of the next like week and a half, according to the Weather Channel, which likes to change daily. So I don't know.
All right.
Jim Johnson said who?
Oh.
He let you down.
So I don't remember who I said it was. What was
Yahoo
it?
Series?
Oh, Yahoo Series. Google him, right? Where Helen. He's like Yahoo Series. Okay, what else? Okay, what do we do? Okay, I guess we're answering questions so we can keep going. Anyway, so I made these. I'm gonna have to make these for you with the cheese and stuff like that. And it tastes like crazy bread. It was really super good.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Yes.
You make them from scratch, right? From like flour, not from Bisquick?
Yeah, like you need to rearrange your cupboard again.
I'm gonna get you your own flour container. What other ingredients do you use?
They're just gonna get Weebles.
Well, I'm just gonna get you your own.
It's a cup of flour. It's a tablespoon of sugar. It's 2 teaspoons of baking powder, some butter, an egg, milk, like a cup of milk.
Okay, so you need your own baking powder, sugar container, and flour container to stay out of my cupboard, right?
Well, where are you going to put it? There's no room in the house to put it anywhere.
As long as you stay out of my stuff. That's all that matters.
Are you going to get me an easy bake oven?
I might. Do you want one? Only if it's pink.
Only can I make that light bulbs LEDs?
I don't think so, because then it won't cook. It cooks from the heat of the light bulb. So you'd be breaking it.
Semantics. I want to cook mine with a magnifying glass anyway. You know, growing up, like especially out here where it's sunny and hot, did you ever play with the magnifying glass at all in the sun at all?
Never an inside cat.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so great. My parents decided they wanted to have bark outside because out here it's more so like where Amanda and Chris live, but out here sometimes you just want to have a yard, so you put bark and stuff outside. So I had some bark. And I had a magnifying glass, and you just go outside, and you could just light that thing on fire. It was so much fun.
Yeah, starting fires?
You know what?
Tell me more about your pyrotechnics.
So my pyrotechnic stories go as deep as, like, one time I tried to light the side of the house on fire because...
Oh, I did that once.
My house, so the 2-story house that I used to live in right up over there was brand new when we moved into it.
Right.
And the backyard just had dirt in it. But it was like construction site dirt. It had like still like nails and like. Do you remember that like the full 9 yards where like the nails were like all in like an ammo clip thing? Like right, you know. And then so like
a nail gun, I believe.
Right, so it looked like the surface of Mars in the backyard, and then there was just like this chunk of like newspaper or like I don't know if it was a bag from pulling open concrete sticking out the ground. And I was a latchkey kid. I came home and I pull out a lighter. It was like a 99-cent store lighter from Challenger Liquor. And I lit the thing on fire and it was going up. And I kind of concerned and I was trying to stomp it out for a little bit. But I eventually got it out. And then I didn't do that again.
No, you learned your lesson?
I didn't do that again.
The end of that?
Yeah.
You were just scared to get in trouble.
Yeah, but no one was going to be home for like 2 more hours.
Right.
You just lie. Oh my gosh. My parents were so gullible.
Hannah said I was an inside cat as a new shirt idea. I kind of still am an inside cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
The worst ones is I remember sitting across the street at my friend Keith's pool, right? And I'm sitting in the pool and I have a magnifying glass for some reason. I don't know. And I'm sitting in the above ground pool, you know, like the Doughboys.
Right.
And I'm sitting in the above ground pool and I had the magnifying glass and my feet are in the water and I shined it down on me and I'm like, oh, wow. I figured because I figured it was heat, and since my foot was in water, it'd be cool still. So it burnt my foot, and it hurt. But then, how did I not burn a hole in their liner? If I was their parents, I would have banned me from that house.
I would have banned.
I could have burned a hole in that liner in seconds, and that pool would have been done. And there was not there was America's Funniest Home Video cameras, the ones that sit on your shoulder.
Right.
But there was no way to record it back in the day.
Oh, we had a doughboy pool when I was a kid, like a 3-foot one.
Right.
And one night in the middle of the night, it just opened up and flooded the entire yard. Like it just split down the side.
Yeah? Did you hear it?
I didn't, but my parents' bedroom window faced the backyard, and so then they heard it and they got up. And oddly enough, that same night, we were up for that, and oh my god, what do we do? And then everybody was settling back down, and then we heard another noise, and the light on the top of our fish tank had fallen into the fish tank and electrocuted all of our fish.
Oh my gosh!
It was an interesting night.
Your brother RFS Dan said Crystal tried to burn the house down once.
One time. Apparently, peat moss is flammable. Who knew? I tried to burn the house down when I put glow-in-the-dark silly putty on the lamp and left it there until it got black. I always thought it was, you've seen those those fail videos and stuff where people land on the side of the swimming pool, then it breaks open and they go flushing out. Right.
I know it's tragedy that's very expensive. Water and all the time it took. Most of the time it took to do it floods your yards. But for that,
there's a lot of momentum to the water, and it has a lot of force. You've seen tsunami videos. There's a lot of force.
But that 2 seconds of free fall that they have of just that whoosh.
Yeah.
It's just,
you think that's worth it?
It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
You want to ride that wave?
No. We had one of those above ground pools, and it lasted for one summer, and then it was green. Yeah. We loved to do things once, and that was it growing up.
We had a pool for most of my childhood. After that one exploded, pretty sure we got a new one. We just had up until very recently at my mom's house, a few years ago, there was still the sand pit circle. Do you remember the sand pit circle? Did you ever see it over there? Because she still lives in the house I grew up in.
No, where would it have been at?
Outside her bedroom window. She now has that little deck out there. It was between the two.
No.
There was just a big sand pit circle, and that's where our pool went.
Oh, nice.
And that's when I learned about electricity, because my dad would make us go plug in the filter for the pool. But the extension cord ran from where the filter plugged in down the side of the house.
Really?
And sat in the grass. Mm-hmm. Where you water.
Right.
So we would have to go out there and plug it in, and it would be wet.
It's a smart move. He can have another one in 9 months. So, what's it matter? And maybe
clearly he wasn't attached.
And maybe that one will be a little bit smarter about plugging stuff in, or just saying.
He also had
a
beer fridge on the patio that was one of those ones that had the handle that popped down, from the 50s.
That's
what I'm
so
talking
cool.
about, the stick handle, and you'd pull it down and it would pop open. And I remember learning about electricity from that as well.
We had one of those too, where the top had this little ice box in it, and it would always just freeze over. Yes, we had one of those too out there. It looked like I Love Lucy fridge with that pull down handle.
Was all,
and that
rusty.
Handle would stick and stuff, and not open right. Yeah.
Ours had rusty spots all over it.
Is that the one that your brother grabbed those beers out of
and went at him with a pickaxe? Yeah.
Could you tell that real quick? You can tell that in a minute.
That's pretty much the story.
How old was Jason?
He would know better than I would, but yeah, the beer cans were in the backyard and had been gone to with a pickaxe, and he tried to deny it. Who else would do it? I was not the bad kid. I was the good kid that sat and read books and got straight A's, and he was the trying to burn things down. Aside from that one time I tried to burn the house down, but he was the destructive, broke windows and dishes and spray paint. My dad had a 57 Chevy that was in pieces, and he one time got neon yellow spray paint and just went down the side. Just because he was Jason and that's what he did.
I get it, dude. Jason, I took a machete. There was a machete in my dad's garage, they're not really sharp, but they're not sharp. And I just hacked the garage door where you put that latch in.
Right.
I just hacked the wood on the garage door.
Jason says he didn't.
I said I didn't do it.
He didn't pickaxe them. He shook them up and exploded them. I thought the story was that he pickaxed them.
Yeah, I smashed the wood and then denied it. There's nobody else.
Yeah, you were an only child. Who else did?
It's
at least he
guy.
had some plausible deniability. He had a sibling, and my mom babysat, so there was always kids there. But no, Jason was the only destructive one.
Yes.
Hannah's sad because all the white chocolate brownies are gone. Me too. I brought the last two to my mom today.
Those were really good.
She's like, "Oh, those are pretty good," and then she proceeded to eat them both.
Those are really good.
Apparently they were pretty good.
I proceeded to chuck like 3/4 of this beer because it was the coolest, most refrigerated drink I had in hours. Trying to set this
lemonade
up.
in there.
You made fresh lemonade.
I did.
It's really good, actually.
Yeah, it's very
I feel
refreshing.
bad because, okay, so I know what it takes to make the lemonades, and it's like an orchard. So then you made this like lemonade, and I only want to drink sips of it because I feel bad because of all the lemons it took for you to make that.
There's a little bit more in there. Like, there's more in the pitcher, and then there's enough to make one more pitcher. So have at it.
Right.
You don't have to get drunk. It's not required. Mouse with the
It's not
super
required.
chat says,
I don't
sounds
know.
like you had Sean Hunter for a brother.
After today.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Worse, though, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I appreciated Sean's effort all the time. It was the brother that drove me nuts.
The older brother,
Yeah.
Eric?
And Eric
Yeah.
just seemed to get dumber every year as the show
He
goes on.
did. And then I think he disappeared.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll never speak of him again. Who knows?
All right, what is going on? What is going on in question land? Because we can answer some of these questions for a little bit.
We did have a
Let's
question.
see if
I'm
it
trying
cooled
to
down in
find
here.
it.
It did. We've hit 90. Let's see if when the show ends,
Yep.
if we could break.
It's only 108. This is 1 degree off from what the computer says.
This
computer
is
says
well,
108.
this has a little sensor outside, and then the sensor for in the house is built into this.
Gotcha.
It's a little cooler because it's over here by the air box. The Airtron is good with the vent.
Yes.
Yeah, so we couldn't set it up like we did last time because everything was based around the umbilical cord that exhales the back of the Cooltron.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Calf wants to know what made you start YouTube and how did you meet Snow Dog's vlogs?
I started YouTube because, oh my gosh, it's a long story. I was live streaming in like 2009 or so, and I could only live stream in the house. There's more to the story of this, but we'll start there. I could only live stream in the house in like 2009. And when I went on adventures with my friends, or when I went on adventures and had to leave like my friends that would watch me on the live stream, I had this little flip camera, so I'd go and record it. And then sometimes I'd come back, and then I would leave the camera on. I'd leave the live stream on, so nobody would be home. I'd hope the cats would do something. I'd come back home, and it had RCA jacks, so I would jack in, and we'd live play like my whole store trip. So you would watch me on live stream, you'd wait for me to get back, then you'd watch everything I did while you waited, and then we would talk about it. So I would do that. Then after a while, I was trying to figure out a way, because like that didn't seem like efficient. So then I was using YouTube to upload anything that was out of camera's reach for the live streams that we were doing, what has now been 12 years ago.
Yes.
Here you go. And I met Jess in early 2000 teens when I was looking for other people that were video creators. And on Facebook, when Facebook just started, there was a YouTube creator group. And all the groups were sub for subs, and they sucked. But Jess's group was actually active and stuff like that. And there wasn't very many people in there, but they were actually active and stuff like that. So when I got to that group, I stuck around because it was active. And all the original members were still all buddies and stuff. So that's how I met Jess, through just mutual love of video making in 2012, 13. It's been 7 years. The historians out there would know better than me. The end. There's more to it now, but that's the gist of it. You guys can go back and watch some like old podcast stuff.
Speaking of podcasts,
yes.
multiple people have asked what's up with the podcast.
A little bit ago, Jess sent me a screenshot of ding dong ding. Oh my gosh!
Dog?
Yes, is like, oh, is there going to be a podcast? She's all star kills. I didn't see any updates of it. I kind of mentioned it on here, and we kept on him and Han about it a little bit ago. We were supposed to take the summer off a little bit ago because Jess is like, even now she's out camping, so like, there's no way for us to podcast. And so we put it down for a little bit just until summer was over. Like after summer's over and we're back home more and the heat's over and Jess isn't traveling as much, then I figured the podcast would be something we do through like September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. And then May, June, July, August is kind of going to be like summer break. So I think we're going to do it that way. But Jess and I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, and it might not happen. But I think next week we'll probably put up an episode. But it hasn't gone anywhere. We just set it down because like, and you're in the ecosystem, you guys know, like you guys see all my daily Dans every day, and we're doing this now. And Jess is, on the other side of the world, and UP,
The world.
oh, not UP. She's over at like I don't want. I guess I don't want to say where she's at. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I don't know.
Like people don't know where she is.
I don't know.
at?
She's out camping. But look at, hi friends. I was just talking about you, Jess. So Jess is off camping. I'm over here doing this stuff. So the Season Up podcast hasn't gone anywhere, and we'll be back sooner than you think because we are good for your ears. All right, I'm ready. Next question. It's like a Q&A.
What else we got?
I like the blue behind us, and that's the only light I can shine on the wall, unless I get a pink light, because our walls are already grayish blue. Right. So it kind of helps. It kind of helps back there.
I don't like that the chat is up above the camera, because I feel like I'm just doing this the whole time trying to read it above the light.
Yeah, how do we not stare up your nostrils at the same time? I'm sorry, I'm not happy with this setup at all. But this looks better than the more less flattering setup we had the first time.
Yes.
Hopefully by the time we do this again, I'll have my lens back. I tried to call Sigma to see if they did lens repairs, and they said they don't have any in-house repairs, that they were sending them out to authorized dealers, so I'll figure it out later. I can't.
So now it's your problem.
I can't do anything right now about it. Yes. Okay, anyway.
I don't see any other questions there, so...
Yeah, if you guys have any questions for us or anything, this is a hangout to talk with you guys. Oh yeah, I noticed, Crystal, this was sitting on the desk.
That's because we didn't put it away after we cleaned.
Is this your Furby?
This is my Furby.
Why does it only have one ear?
It has its ear. It just, like, the stitching came out, so it fell off. But
is the Furby just done?
I mean, I bet if you put new batteries in it, it works.
What's the origin of this? Is this something you got when you were working at the mall?
No, my mom worked at Toys R Us.
Right.
So then when Furbies were popular, she was able to snag us a couple of Furbies, like during the height of Furby popularity.
And that's it?
That's my Furby from way back in the day. But I'm absolutely positive if you put batteries in it, it will still work.
Did you put its finger on its tongue so it was like you fed it with your tongue?
You have to. Like, its tongue goes down, so when it's hungry, you have to, like, push on its tongue and feed it.
You're just gagging it.
No, you're just poking its tongue.
Oh my gosh. This thing's old.
It is.
These things were all the rage. Yeah. What did you think about them? Were you pretty stoked about it? Did it wake you up at night?
I don't recall, so I'm going to say
no.
Remember
the Furby that we had, but it was Yoda skinned? And when we'd be sleeping, it'd be all like...
It'd make a noise.
And I'd look over, and it'd have like Five Nights at Freddy eyes, and it'd look at me, and it's all... Zhig, 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 zhig. And I'm like, is that George Lucas watching me? Is it?
Din Dog says just hot glue the ear back on. It actually has this plastic piece has a hole in it. It actually just needs like a couple stitches through there, and then it would stay on.
Oh my gosh!
But yeah, maybe one day I'll put batteries in it and impress you with my Furby ways.
Does it have a year on here? It's made by Tiger. I don't even know if they're in business anymore. 1998.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that's when the Furby craze was. I mean, it was big. It was big. That was right before Tickle Me Elmo, right?
Yes, because I worked at Toys R Us during Tickle Me Elmo, and people legit offered me like hundreds of dollars if I could get them one.
Did you? Okay, so what did you do when you worked there?
So my mom worked there as I don't know what the job title was, but she was like the price manager. So it was her job to do all the price changes, and then she got carpal tunnel syndrome, and her job was like the pricing gun. She had to take time off of work, like leave from work, and it happened to be
those like 90s pricing guns. You had to use all your strength to go clack.
Yes. Oh yeah, they were machines.
That thing was a hand.
I don't recall if when she went off on leave was summertime or Christmas time, but whatever it was, I was able to go in there and work. So I took over her job and went and did the price changes. So you get this list and you go and like find the items and change. You print out the pricing labels. And
so during the height of Tickle Me Elmo, did you ever see one?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
So what would happen when you look at pretty much dollar signs that were there? Because I never saw one, and that was like one of the toys that was like one of the first big internet sellers.
Okay, so the first thing was if you wanted one, same with the Furbies,
right?
You had first pick. You're not supposed to, but like the truck would come in and like, hey, I want one of those.
Was it talked about though? Was it like, oh my gosh, on Tuesday is the Tickle Me Elmo truck?
You knew when the trucks came,
right? And
you knew there was probably going to be some on there. You didn't get a list of like what was going to be on there. They'd go unload the trucks and then be like, hey, here's a case of Tickle Me Elmos.
Then they're there. They're like, dude, Crystal, come look at the Elmos. And you're there and you're like, dang.
I don't think it was ever like that. Like, I didn't care.
Could I be like, 18, can I just get one 19? And go check it out if I worked there? Like, I could just get one?
Yeah, you'd get one and go put it in the back room. And then when your shift was over, you'd go buy it.
And you never did that?
I didn't want to Tickle Me Elmo. Oh. But I legit had people offer me like hundreds of dollars.
Right. Why didn't you do that? See, this is why I can't.
Because then you lose your job.
This is why I can't do that. This is why I can't work on the UPS truck. You know, I would help the guy unload the boxes. Like, I would talk to him while he was unloading the boxes at the bike shop, and Dippin' Dots would be on there. And I knew that was some guy's Xbox over there. And I'm like, dang, let's just open it up to see which one you got. Like, the Dippin' Dots were in boxes in the back of the truck.
I feel like you become, maybe not with that because they're a mystery still. You become desensitized to it when you work at a toy store.
Like, I don't even care.
You just don't care.
See, I couldn't do it.
I worked there like 2 or 3 Christmases and just like you're just annoyed by everybody that every single person's like, do you have a Tickle Me Elmo? Do you have a Tickle Me Elmo? How about that? Do you have a Tickle Me Elmo now? Do you have one in the back?
Right. Jim's question there too.
Well, hang on. I'm getting there.
Oh, okay. You're like way up there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Amanda wants to know how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Do you know the answer?
It just makes me think of Joey Gladstone when he had that woodchuck.
Wood?
Do you think that's what Dave Coulier would do to get the chicks? He'd be like, "Wood," and they'd be like,
God,
"Oh
I
yeah."
hope not.
At closing time, after that closing time song was on, how is Dave Coulier? Was he good looking on like?
No, he just looked like somebody's dad.
You're telling me
uncle.
that if you were in a bar and you guys were drinking, it's the end of the night, and he's all like, "Cut me in,"
not my
you
type.
wouldn't be like, "All right,
No.
no." You don't know what Alanis Morissette song?
No. To answer Amanda, I believe that a woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, but a woodchuck can't chuck wood, so a woodchuck wouldn't chuck wood, would he?
Wow, what a flex!
You like that?
I can't. I have a tongue ring, so I'm.
Oh, you're blaming the tongue ring.
I have a restrictor plate in my mouth. I have to slow me down.
Jim wants to know if I wash my hands after I play with the dirty work cats. Like, I couldn't believe you let that dirty yet nice cat on your desk. Okay, so I don't know if you could see in the video. There's a container of I always forget the real name because I call them Save the World wipes, Clorox wipes,
right?
And every time, first like before
hold on, you can leave the question up so I can exhale.
No, we can still see, and your shirt's riding up.
I feel like Willy without the air.
When he comes over next to me and meows, and I know he's going to jump on the desk, I move like all my personal stuff out of the way. And then he comes and he rolls around, and it's that thing where
you have pictures. Let's see some of the pictures.
You can feel like the grittiness,
right?
And yes, I absolutely go and wash my hands afterwards, and I wipe down my desk.
I was asking her the other day, how long till that one comes home?
They want me to take him home.
Is he fixed?
They ask me all the time. He is. My mom and I took him and got him fixed.
What would happen if you brought the cats here?
I think he would freak out. He's always been an outside cat, as far as we know.
We're getting far off of this topic, but are any of the other cats home cats, or is that the only home cat?
Most of them are cats that were like born out there that aren't that old, and
he was mushing the air.
He was laying on my desk today, like.
Because Oh wait, can I help?
There we go. Like head upside down, looking up at me. I was actually trying to, because he lays on all my stuff.
Right.
We do have a cat bed there. Somebody there brought their old dog bed, and Mom's like, the cat won't lay in it. Well, it probably smells like somebody's dog. So I brought it home and I washed it, and he's been laying in it under my desk, but he wants to be on my desk now. So I put it on my desk to try to convince him, like, this is where you want to be. He does not. He climbed in it, but then he just wanted to be on my desk. So, yes, the cats are filthy. Yes, I wash my hands constantly. I keep lotion and Clorox wipes on my desk.
Okay. There you go. There you go.
Hannah wants to know, is it still dumpster diving if the item is beside the dumpster?
No, didn't I try to take a table from when we had an apartment and somebody put it by the dumpster at the apartment complex? Like they took the bottom part of the table off the top, they spun it off and they stuck it in the dumpster, and I went and took it and I had it for like 2 days, and I'm like, man, I'm never going to do anything with it. So no, it's not.
I think that it is still dumpster diving, but I'm still totally okay with it.
I dug a cheeseburger out of the trash can.
Look, as long as it doesn't stink.
Right.
I think you're good. Because one time I bought a couch at a thrift store.
Throw some Febreze on it and you're good.
Yes. I bought a couch at the thrift store once.
Did you?
When we first moved into this house, my bedroom was way bigger than my old bedroom, and I had all this empty space, and I'm like, I just want a velvet couch. And I went to the thrift store, and there was a $20. I think somebody went. Maybe Jason went or something. Somebody called me and was like, there is a $20 burgundy velvet sofa bed at this thrift store. So I got my boyfriend at the time, and his mom had a Bronco, and we drove out to Palmdale.
Like an OJ Bronco?
Like an OJ Bronco.
No way.
It was black.
Did you ride in the back?
No, but the couch did.
Oh.
Do you remember the Volkswagen commercials?
When you hopped in it, would you check in the back for OJ?
No.
Which Volkswagen commercials ones?
Da.
When they went and picked up the couch?
Where they had the stinky furniture?
Yes.
No joke, on the way back,
Yes,
we looked at each other like, oh, bro, this couch stinks.
Nah, it's okay to have the stinky couch. What'd you do with Febreze? They did Febreze and
some sort of spray,
Lysol.
whatever.
Lysol.
Maybe,
before
yeah,
Febreze,
whatever
Lysol
my mom had
existed.
around the house.
Hannah, my first couch.
I rocked that sofa bed for a good decade.
When I had girlfriends before you, she kicked me out, and how weird. And so my first couch at my one bedroom apartment came from one of the ladies that worked at NASA. She's like, I got a couch for you, Dan. And I went and I picked up her couch, and it was tired as heck. and I brought it to the house, and we used it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
No shame.
Yeah, no shame. We used it, no shame.
We covered it with blankets.
Right?
But yeah, no shame. Cynthia wants to know if we've given any more thought to getting Topo a harness or a stroller. Morning walks before hot might help.
You know,
I'm all about getting him a harness. You don't want him to go outside.
I am worried that he's just going to be jonesing all day long.
That, and yeah, because once you give them a taste of outside, then they want outside.
And he's strong.
He's strong. When Mooch was younger and stronger, and he has a harness, I made sure, we had different ones before.
Right.
But the one he has now, I made sure Velcro's one way around his neck and the other way around his stomach, so it's harder for him to get out of. But even that one, he would wiggle, like they just back out of it. They can get out of it.
They do. So I don't know. But like, you know, if Tiger King can do it, we can do it. But I'm scared. I don't know. But I don't want to keep him inside all the time. I want him to be able to live his life. But I don't know. You know, in the Daily Dan, we were talking about like a stroller type thing or one of those backpacks.
I can imagine you walking down the street with a cat in a stroller.
I don't think Topo would want out. That's torture.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yes, I've thought about it like every day, and it's I don't know. Right now, when it's summertime, they ain't going outside at all.
No,
they're busy laying. They're busy laying there, all sprawled out in the whole house, huh?
Yeah, they just wait till 3 a.m. to start running laps.
I know, huh?
The minute our heads hit the pillows, they just all start crying and doing things.
They're doing stuff. They're up and awake.
Dr. Detroit wants to know what inspired us to make Getting Baked with Crystal, and what's one recipe you would refuse to make. Basically, like, I've always baked, and people always have said, like, you should make because we do YouTube, you should make a cooking show. And
forever.
As usual,
Forever.
I overthink the hell out of it, and then Dan was like, you should just do it. Let's do it on Halloween, and then we did it, and now we do it.
Yeah, because I wanted a birthday cake. It was strategy. Like, I've been trying to figure out a way to get her to do it, and I kind of tricked her into it. But
you did. You just planned this show, and you're like, you want to make something on the show?
I definitely gaslit you or trickle truth you or whatever these new words
you manipulated
everything
me for sure.
that they did.
You tricked me.
I've been trying to figure out a way to get her to do this for a while, and I knew after the start of the game show I was going to need something else to do. I couldn't just have the game show, so I'm like, I need a baking show. I need a supplement show to go along with this if I want to make this thing like sustainable. So then I sort of duped you. I knew what I was doing. I sort of duped you into it, and I knew forever, as soon as they got a taste of you, it'd be good. And then, even though you're out of control, as soon as you did it once, you'd be that's it. And it worked. And honestly, it's probably one of my greatest manipulations that I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, you're proud of yourself.
It's figured out a way to puppeteer you into this.
And now here we are. As far as recipes I would refuse to make.
Sketty.
Sketty, if anybody ever watched Honey Boo Boo. I won't make anything called dump cake. I don't like the word dump, like how people don't like the word moist.
Right.
I really hate that word. So I don't like... It's hard because I don't want to say, like, I won't make things out of cake mix, because I do make some things out of cake mix, but I like to make things from scratch. So I tend to not make things that are like... The things that you see of, like, dump the cake mix, put the butter, and throw it in the oven, I won't do those.
Fair enough.
And maybe they taste good, but I feel like that's not something I want to make.
And sketty. Yes.
Din Dog says the room is extra blue today.
Yes, it is. I have the blue light behind me, so I didn't have to move the cat tree. Maybe later a cat will come out, but they're all in that back room back there. I would shut the door normally, but like there's a fan right there, and that's the only source of air. I do see that it's tailored off. It's 105 outside, tapered off. It's 105 outside, but still 90 in here. We have not quite yet broken the 89. No. Soon I'm going to have to go grab me a beer. All right, what do we got?
Nancy says she has a Tickle Me Scooby-Doo, which I had no idea was a thing.
Oh, yeah. They got, like I said, they got a little crazy with them. Like, they did the Yoda one.
Right.
Who else got one? I don't recall. I just know Yoda.
Okay.
But Yoda was rubber.
Fair enough.
At least the Scooby-Doo is probably...
Didn't it start to deteriorate?
Remember, we could see the mechanics behind it. It was so, it was so crazy.
Sam's Life with the Husky wants to know, what's your favorite food of all time?
Sushi. And I'm newer to sushi. I've only been eating sushi for like 10, maybe like 12 years. It's sushi. Sushi is just amazing. But it's not practical to eat sushi all the time. So after that, it's a hard fight with pizza and cheeseburger. But the older I get, it seems like that I've had crummier pizza than I've had cheeseburgers.
Right.
So
pizza's still good
cheeseburgers. Pizza. Yeah, but pizza's pizza. But pizza's like really gone downhill for me.
We still eat it like once a week.
Right. I kind of want it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want pizza?
No.
And then, yeah, so what about you?
I don't know. Like, I have a hard time always picking favorites. I like pastas.
It doesn't matter if you pick a favorite. As soon as you pick a favorite, it's going to be discontinued.
Probably. That's why I don't pick favorites.
Right. It'll just be discontinued,
Kelly's 420 cult says your hair is Elmo colored.
It is, huh?
Yes.
Like I said, I look like Roger from Doug when I had it, like, let's see, it's hot enough now that I had it, like, out to the side like he had. And I look like Roger. Hey, funny.
Samantha Gwynn wants to know if I'm still doing my baking videos every Friday night at 6 p.m.
Yep.
This week we will be making Nana's Devil's Food Cake.
Oh, I'm excited for that. But we're gonna make it in a round
What's it
donut.
called?
It's a donut cake pan.
It's a bunt
cake.
cake pan. Yeah.
Bunt cake pan.
And I found you wanted me to do the frosting from your birthday cake, but I think that's a little too thick of a frosting. So I found a different. It's a glaze, not a frosting, that specifically said like the recipe was for a bundt cake because you pour it over the top and it like runs down.
It looks good.
So it's not going to be frosted. We're just going to pour a glaze over
I'm
it.
excited.
Yeah, it should be good. I hope so. The internet is claiming it's like the best cake ever. It's a devil's food cake, so it's like super extra chocolatey.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I hope so. Penelope says you should do your hair purple.
I don't know. I just want it to feel good again, but then I have to start growing it out. I don't know. This is just me until the gimmick's over. I think maybe after the end of this year, I'll try to do something different. I don't know.
Oh, I'm so far behind on things.
I know. Yes, you are.
Penelope was hoping that I took the kitty home with her. I'm just scared to disrupt the feng shui, the cat feng shui in the house of like, we added Topo and Kitty still has not recovered. So I don't really want to.
But then you wouldn't have a work cat.
Then I wouldn't have a work cat. He's the only one that comes in and snuggles with me. Who would I play with 40 hours a week? He was in almost all day today. Like he came in at like maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock and didn't go out until about 4:15. Foxy Koala wants to know, what's the biggest lie you ever told your parents? Oh, I lied a lot. Look, I was a really good kid as far as like, I went to school, I got good grades, I graduated early. I did lots of things that my parents did not know about. That like, I don't know if I want to admit to on camera. I don't want my kid to know about it. So I'm going to play the fifth. We'll see what Dan has to say when he comes back.
What about any other one that's anyone that you can tell?
One time in high school, I ditched school and got drunk, and then I called my mom and told her, wait, I was too drunk to call my mom, so I had one of my friends call my mom when she worked at Toys R Us, but I couldn't remember the number, so they kept having to call these numbers.
Why?
To try to tell my mom that I had detention and she had to pick me up late to give me more time to sober up. So they finally got through to my mom and told her, and she was like, whatever, she worked till like 4 anyway, so she didn't care. And then she came and picked me up, and I had gone with a bunch of friends, and I was wearing one guy's hat. And my mom was like, you smell like alcohol. And I'm like, oh, it's his hat. Ha, ha, ha. No, I reek like alcohol. That was the day I drank gin, which I've never drank since. And she knew I was drunk. She absolutely knew I was drunk. I went home and went to sleep. And then she came in my room because the school called and said I had missed like X amount of periods. I think I did shit like second period and didn't go back. And then she opened the door and said, did you just ditch school after second period and go get drunk? And I was half asleep, and I was like, I sure did. And she was like, damn it. And then I got punished.
That was it?
Well, no, I got punished, but she let me go back to sleep because I was drunk. But, yeah, I don't remember what my punishment was for that.
How old are you?
15?
Really?
Maybe.
Wow, you're a rebel.
A little bit. What was the biggest lie you ever told your parents?
I lied I just lied for everything.
For everything?
So, ones that stood out. Let's see. Man, there's so many of them. I think probably the biggest one is like, so my dad dies on a 3-day weekend, right? It's like, dude, you can't. Like, there's things that like here, pro tip. So if you're gonna die, look at me, guys. Don't die in the middle of the night. Because like then everybody gets called in the middle of the night. And don't die on a holiday weekend.
Don't ruin the holiday.
So my dad dies, and then like on a 3-day weekend, I'm like, that sucks. And then like the next week, my girlfriend's family's going to like Lake Tahoe.
Right.
And my mom's like all spiraling out of control, and I'm like, hey, like, could I go to Lake Tahoe like with my girlfriend and like and their family? Like, could I like tag along with them? And her family was great. Like, they were great. I was like 17, 17. And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, I talked to Dad about it before he died, and he said it was cool. And he was going to talk to you about it. Completely out of character. Completely out of character. Right? And she's like, okay. And then off I went.
Dang.
Which was good because my family like didn't get along for that week. I wasn't there, so I missed all of that. But
Does she know that this happened? Like now? Did you tell her after the fact?
I'm not sure that any of us could. It's just all blurs.
Right. Fair enough.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna go ask her that. But that was probably the one that stood out the most. Where like that was pretty crappy because I probably could have just gone anyway. Like
Right.
there was no reason why I wasn't allowed to go, and I did that. So yeah, that's probably like one of the worst ones. Otherwise, all the rest of them were just too frequent.
Just minor.
My parents were like
flies.
they were so gullible that I could just. Like, my dad was always at work, so, like, I could just pull one over on my mom.
Right. Fair enough. Sarah, I can't see because it's so small. Arbin wants to know where I got my plugs from.
That was a pretty crappy story. Can you give me a pic? Can you, like, how do you bring me back from that? Now I'm a heel. How do you, like, you got to find a question that's going to be like, oh, Dan,
We'll get there.
How many lives have you saved? Or I don't know, something like, you need to, like, bring me back up from the ashes. All right, your question.
These particular ones with the cupcakes and the skulls came from, I believe, Amazon, but I usually just search. I have 9/16 or 14 millimeter size plugs, so I'll just search the internet for that. I keep looking here, and I need to look here.
Okay.
I just search. One place that I know I got a bunch of them from was called King's Body Jewelry. Amazon has a bunch. Just if you need plugs, just search your size and look through whatever's there. I don't know.
Yeah, you just scroll through and then pick and go.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up.
It's okay. I'm eating chips because I'm not as hot as I was all day long today.
Yeah, so now you're back to life.
It's a hold on.
We're all holding. Take your time.
So I'm laying here on the couch, like, and I hate not having clothes on, and like I already have the camera set, and I'm just laying here and just looking at myself in the camera, going like, man, I better never ever hit
Naked?
Like, I had my pandemic shorts on, but I had no shirt on,
Right.
so I look like Homer Simpson.
Right.
Because there's this dad bod. Is the dad bod thing real, or are they people kidding when they like the dad bods? Is that a real thing or not?
Who said they liked it?
I don't know. All the TikToks do. So I'm just laying there going like,
go
I
on
better not
TikTok.
bump this live button. I better not, because it'd be bad news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jim points out that I've gotten so much more comfortable on camera this year. I think that comes from like having a community, and I don't feel like I'm so much putting myself out there blindly for strangers.
Right.
I think
And
that
we don't
helps.
hear anything. It's other than the air, it's silent in here.
Yes.
So we don't get to hear people talking crap in real life.
Nancy says, so glad you started GBWC. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy it.
It's been fun.
Oh, here's a good one for you. Cynthia wants to know, what are some things that bug each of you about what the other does? Not in a mean way, though. You start. What bugs you that I do?
You're too picky. I was watering the front lawn today, and I got fired for watering the front lawn. People I was freaking watering the grass, and somehow I got that chore taken away from me.
You were flooding one spot. You have to let it soak in. You have to move it across so it can soak in over here, because you're just directly spraying one spot.
I've learned recently just to be like, all right, and it doesn't. I'm like, guys, you guys know me. Like, I'm like, whatever.
I'm just very
like,
particular.
Then you know what? If you want to water, then go ahead. But so. Like, she just doesn't, like... And then in bed, she rolls up the blankets. Like, she keeps rolling, and the blankets get rolled up. We're like... You know how, like, the top corner would be, like, where, like, my head is? It goes over there. So I'm pulling on the bottom corner, and then she denies it. But she rolls the blankets
When I get up in the morning, the blankets are not pulled over to my side, so I don't know what you're talking about.
It's because you've gotten up and whooshed them back to me.
No.
But she rolls the blankets up and says she doesn't, like she does now, but she rolls the blankets up.
I refuse to admit that that's a thing. I will concede that I do hit snooze multiple times, and that I know that drives you nuts. I never get up to the first alarm.
Or the fourth.
Or the fourth. It's a good 10 minutes of alarming. But it has snooze. I have 2 alarms, and they're staggered, and they snooze, and that's what it takes to wake me up. I don't wake up easily. Sorry.
There's more, but that's like that's what I would tell the therapist first.
Well, to piggyback off of yours, I'm too particular. You do everything wrong.
Right. See, there you
Despite
go.
the fact that we've lived together for...
I think the world does everything wrong.
Yes.
That's the thing.
But you and I have lived together. November will be 17 years that we've lived together.
You know how you like me.
And you still have not caught on. I will say, in the year that you've been home, there are some things you've caught on to, because not only am I particular about how the towel's folded, as far as halves, thirds.
It's not even that. It's like there's an inside and
there's
outside
an inside
of the
and an
towel.
outside because they feel different. But for some reason, we had this conversation once recently, and you caught on.
But Topo and I...
And you fold them right now.
Well, even though watches right twice a day. Topo and I eat SpaghettiOs off the same spoon.
That's disgusting.
And you're worried about that. What else? What else?
I mean, it's all lumped together. Like, what particular things do you do wrong? One time, I came home and you were like, I did 5 loads of laundry. And I, did the math, and there hadn't been enough time for you to have done 5 loads of laundry.
It was probably from, lunchtime to after work.
Yes. And it was on rinse.
But that was on one time.
You aren't particular enough to, check things to make sure...
Do you remember what the laundry situation was when you met me?
Oh, absolutely. When I met Dan...
I had an apartment.
He had an apartment. He lived by himself.
And I had this stackable washer
he
dryer,
had
which
a
was so
basket.
cool. It looked like something out of the 70s.
The clothes would go from the laundry basket...
Right.
Onto your body.
Yes. Well, yeah, because I have to wear them.
No, wait, I guess, no. They would go from your body. Let's put it this way. From your body into the laundry basket.
Yes.
From the laundry basket into the washer. From the washer into the dryer. From the dryer onto your body.
Yes.
And they would stay in there until you wore them. You wouldn't take them out and, put your clothes away.
Mm-mm.
It would all stay in the dryer until you put it on and put it back in the laundry basket, and that whole cycle would start again.
Right. In the laundry basket, there was this perpetual layer that never got washed because I would only do that top layer.
Yes.
and there was a layer that was always smushed there.
And that was one of the first things. I went to your house. You were out of town for the weekend.
I went to NASCAR.
Yeah,
Brad
went to NASCAR.
Brad and I went to NASCAR for the weekend where we slept in the infield and hung out there.
I went to your house and did all your laundry and put it all away.
Oh, I was so stoked. I had spaghetti in a cup. It was great.
You did. You ate spaghetti out of Solo cups.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Other than that, that's it. That's the only thing it's pretty much what you honestly, and that's why it's so easy for us to be live streamers and do stuff like that. We don't have to change to be on the camera.
Right.
This is pretty much it. It's easygoing.
Yeah.
It's easygoing.
Kelly's 420 Colts wants to know if I have OCD. I am not diagnosed.
It's definitely, since she's been on the camera, she's definitely come into her own, and everything's gotten worse.
Over my life.
You alphabetized, when we cleaned the rooms, you alphabetized the video game, which you've always done, but you alphabetized the video games, and you alphabetized the games that were in the CD.
In the time that we've been together, I would say I don't want to call it OCD because I know that can offend people who are actually diagnosed with OCD. But I do have obsessive thoughts about things.
I mean, you're not putting deodorant on 42 times like that one dude.
No, but I do go back and check if doors are locked.
Well, that's constantly. But that's just because I don't.
I know that I lock doors. No, not if you lock it, because then I don't know if you locked it. If I lock a door and I know that I locked it, at my last job, I was the one responsible for locking up when I would leave, and I would have to do. We had reflective windows, and I would have to do something particular. I would make a face or focus on something let me focus on my earring or focus on this piece of hair or something different every day. So I would know as I was driving away, did I lock the door? Yes, I did, because as I was locking the door, I did this. I come up with tricks like that so that I don't have to be so obsessive to go back and make sure the door's locked 10 times, because I will go back and make sure the door's locked 10 times. I wash my hands entirely too much. I like things to be particular. Since you've been home, I've been trying to... You're very messy. You're very, not dirty. There's not dirty dishes everywhere. You're cluttery messy, and that makes me absolutely insane. But I try to remember, this is your space too.
Do tell.
And I have to kind of let it go. But, right now, I'm why didn't you throw that away right there? That envelope. You're done with that envelope. Why didn't you throw that away?
Because it was part of the ventilation system that I was making over there.
Okay, but, always there's things that I'm why didn't you just take care of this now? And now it's over there. And look, as soon as we're done, I'll go back there and pick it up and be where does this need to go? Is this trash? I can't. The clutter drives me absolutely crazy, and I obsess over this thing did not get put away. Why didn't you put this away? And I'll hand it to him, and he'll go put it somewhere else. Yeah, probably, yeah. Absolutely.
So I'll just. Okay.
Sorry. Whatever. So yes, no, not diagnosed, but absolutely crazy. For sure.
I'll drink to that.
Amanda wants to make another round of the white chocolate brownies. I know, right? Me too. But doesn't have any of the baking white chocolate. Let's go to the store and get more.
It's too hot, Amanda. We need like we need more like lemon things.
Yeah. Also, we need to bake it like 2 a.m.
What'd you do? We'll
I
start
absolutely
like
do.
midnight. Yeah, and finally, I can feel that it's peaked. It's down to 106. What does that say?
It says 106.
106.
Yeah.
Have we broken 90 in the house? Let's see.
It doesn't feel like it. Nope, it is 90 right now. Misty fan named Jen wants to know, what is your favorite fast food restaurant and what's your favorite chain sit-down restaurant?
Yard House.
Yard House.
Yard House.
Yard House for me for sure because there's so many vegetarian options.
We can both have a fun time at Yard House.
Yes.
Yes.
My mom
Drinks,
went
food
yesterday and said they no longer have my favorite drink, the Strawberry Fields
Right.
martini, and that their prices went way up.
They have 400 beers there.
They do have 400 beers.
All their food's good. Yeah. Fast food restaurant. I really love a Western bacon cheeseburger and a large cherry Coke from Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, but they've been letting me down lately. I know it's not popular at all, but I love McDonald's.
Yeah.
Their Cokes. It's that Coke and that crunch on that chicken nugget. It's
Yeah.
McDonald's. What's your fast
My
food?
favorite fast food would be Habit Burger.
Yeah.
Like that's my go-to. I know the last few times I've had it hasn't been that good.
It just depends who makes it.
But next month I'm going to Santa Barbara and I'm excited to go to the original Habit Burger because every time I've had it there, it's been good.
Right.
Out here, not so much.
The first time I ever had Habit Burger is when we went to Santa Barbara.
Yeah. Every time we go down there, we have it.
That one's good. That's an outdoor one. I don't know if you guys have ever been there.
Yeah, there's just a window to order
Right.
and you go sit outside and eat your food. Adrian wants to know if you are forklift certified. Random question.
Like, is that's what she said joke?
I don't know.
No, I'm not forklift certified. Whew, you run the chat.
I'm trying here.
I do have some packages from people that send us stuff to the PO box to open.
Oh yeah, Helen
I
wants
can't-
to see us make jelly slices. I don't even know what that means.
Helen, I need to know what
Is
a jelly
that an
slice
Australian thing? Because I don't know.
is. And did you sign up on Yahoo Series? He's like the Australian Carrot Top.
Adrian also wants to know if you would ever get forklift certified.
No, because I've seen those fail videos where like they've knocked over the whole Costco.
Yeah, I don't
No.
know that I
No,
trust
I'm done.
Dan to drive a forklift.
This is what I do until you guys watch me live stream my death. Like, this is what I do now.
Cynthia wants to know from me what it was like raising Blake. She's been watching old videos. I want to know what was it like for you? Because I feel like we had different experiences.
Oh, what was the question? What was like what?
What was it like raising Blake? I feel like, in parenting relationships, I feel like there's always like good cop, bad cop, right?
Part of me wonders sometimes if I did the right thing by being his friend and
You
not
were
his parent.
always his friend.
But there was never a time that he presented to be a parent where like I never had to smack the crack pipe out of his hand.
We
or
never
I
had to
never
punish
had
him.
to, like,
He wasn't
punish
a bad kid. He
But
didn't have
neither
to be
was
punished.
I. Neither was I. He's a lot like me.
Yes, he always needed somebody. What I remember most from like what I would call parenting is holding his hand through school. Like, there's the fun stuff of like teaching him things and doing stuff with him, but a lot of the parenting for me was getting him through school, studying with him. He struggles a lot with reading
Right.
comprehension, like is way below grade level and always was.
And I feel bad because he's half me.
yes,
So he gets
you
half
have
of
the
the
same
good,
reading comprehension issues.
and he gets half of the bad.
yes.
And-
So anytime,
yeah.
like if he had to read a book, he could not retain enough to like take a test
I
or
would
write a
not.
paper.
I would have not have reproduced consciously if like I like was more conscious of like he's gonna be half you and like
No, but he's an awesome person. You
Yeah.
shouldn't say that.
no, but you know what I mean. Like he's still half Dan. Like he's
Right. Right.
but there's still the good of it. I try to make sure that like he had a voice. You didn't have
Yes.
a voice.
No, and that was
And,
something for me.
you know,
My dad
like-
was very like children should be seen and not heard.
Oh my gosh, my family too. Not my parents, but like some of my siblings and stuff were this like very
Nobody asked you.
Yeah, very 90s married to children style.
Yes.
Yes.
So I always
yes.
made sure. I remember Anthony told me once, it's so weird. Like you always just treat Blake like a person, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah,
like,
he gets
why
a
wouldn't
vote.
I? Yeah, there was never any like talking down to him or treating him as less than, and that was a conscious.
Yeah, like
decision
would
on
you
my
go to
part.
work and like say that to like your coworkers?
Right? Why would you talk down
Like,
to somebody? And
Yeah.
I
so-
hate when people talk down to their children.
Yeah.
So that was definitely for me a conscious decision not to treat him as less than. And I love learning. And I loved that, like, ooh, I can like force this person to learn with me. Like, I do kind of miss that now that he's, he's in college, but he's doing stuff that like I don't know anything about his electrical
I'm
classes.
lucky. Like, dude, I didn't realize how much they make adults teach the kids.
Well, it depends on the kid.
Look,
my parents never had
every
to help
single
me.
dang teacher out there is a saint.
Right.
They send you home, and like I could not help him with anything. In fact, I would get kicked out of the room sometimes because I was a distraction.
Right.
So like I was so lucky that Crystal was there to make him like smart, because he was not going to get any of that from me.
Right. I did lots of, like, I remember I taught him how to read, and he's got another set of parents and he's got grandparents and everybody played some role in all of that. But like, I remember sitting there and like making the booklets. I remember going online and like printing stuff out to help him.
How many cards do you have for Spanish? Hundreds of like.
I
stacks.
have a stack probably this big of Spanish flashcards that I made for him so he could study, because my goal was to learn how he learns and help him to learn in that way, because the way classrooms are set up doesn't teach everybody in the same way. His reading comprehension sucks, but if you read to him, he retains it all. So history class, I read everything to him. If he had to read a chapter, I read it to him, which was great.
It was hours of every night of just you guys out here
out loud. Yeah.
doing stuff.
But, I remember like the history was lots of fun, because then we'd get on these tangents. He'd ask a question and then we'd go to Google and we'd start watching videos, and, we learned a lot together. And that's how like he and I bonded over like information.
Yeah, because he's smart. He's way smarter than I am.
He's super smart.
I got kicked out of the room a lot.
You were usually a distraction.
I'm a distraction.
Yes.
So I'm thankful for you, because otherwise he would just be more of me. But it was easy. He was never in trouble. He was a good kid. We had fun together.
The biggest problem we ever had was
when
like,
he has to go to his mom's house. I get all bummed out.
You would
it's
cry
fine
a
over
lot.
there. I get sad when he leaves. Like, I get sad.
Here.
I would cry every time I drop him off at school.
You did. Yeah. Starting in kindergarten.
But no, he was always just cool. He was my buddy. He wasn't there for me to be like, I never, ever, 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 ever to this day have ever been like, hey, Blake, go get me this, or go grab me that, or go do this, or go do that. Hey, Blake, go do that. No,
no more than I would do to you. Like,
if
you're over there, can you grab that for me?
Right. If I left the light on, it's not for him to get up and go turn the light off. Like, so.
Treat him like a person.
Like I said, don't be a jerk, and it's easy.
Yeah. That's what I always said. Parenting's easy.
And on the good note, he's half me, so he's chill.
Right. The biggest problem I remember having with him growing up was like, hey, I know you did this assignment and your teacher says you didn't turn it in. Where is it? I don't know. Like, just things would go missing. How many times did you have to redo stuff that I know we did?
But then that's the downfall, because, okay, so like before it started, I couldn't find my phone, and it has to be within this 30-foot area here. Yes. And I walked around and did like 10 laps.
But the difference between you and him
my phone
is I try so hard to give you both tools to manage that. Like, that's me. I will lose things, but what I do is I hang a hook by the back door.
Right.
So every time I come in the door, I hang my keys and my sunglasses up so I know where to find my keys and sunglasses. You walk in the door and throw your keys somewhere. You don't hang them on the hook.
Right.
Blake would lose assignments, so we got him one of those clipboards that pops open, and then he would put his assignments in there, and the amount of missing assignments way decreased. He uses the tools. When we try to figure out, like, what's a way that we can manage this so that you don't have this problem, he will use those tools. You're just like, here's my keys! And then it's time to leave, and you can't find your keys.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Pretty much.
Yes.
This one's for you.
Dan, how's baby Jeep treating you? You don't show it off like Jess does with her Jeep. That's because Jess has a real Jeep, and I have, like, I don't know. Blake yesterday when Blake and I were driving, he called it a mom Jeep, even though we went up
a mom Jeep.
Okay, so we turned.
He got that from me.
We turned up this road at the weird houses, and we ended up at some road where I could turn right or go up the dirt road, and I went up the dirt road. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was gonna go up the dirt road, but I turned right up the weird houses.
Right.
And he called it a mom Jeep. I love my Jeep. It's a gas guzzler.
That's why I got the Civic.
It's a gas guzzler, and it's kind of gutless a little bit, but it is solid. I love it. It is cute. It looks like a petty racer. It fits me in my Mohawk.
It does look like a petty
but
racer.
I don't show. It's dirty out there. You know what it is, dude? I drove it today to the supermarket real quick. I drove it to take Blake yesterday. It's got maybe 20,000 miles on it. It's like 4 years old.
Right.
I love it. It's expensive, but I love it. I do. I love my Jeep. But Jess has got the real Jeep, the V8. And dude, okay, so when we went to Disneyland, it was like Jess drove because I didn't want to drive, and that was from the LAX to Anaheim.
Right.
So she was going to go through the heart of Los Angeles traffic. And I gave her the keys, and it was like her, me, Mueller, and Di. And she drove that thing like pedal to metal, like she was crazy and stuff like that. And that's just how she is. When she's got her Jeep and we're driving, she'll put the pedal to the metal. She's had a big old V8. I got like a V4. So there's nothing really to brag. Yeah, there's nothing really to brag. Hey, you know what though? I do really well uphill. I'll say that. It goes uphill really fast. But I love
it doesn't do anything else really fast. My car, like, hey, that guy's going slow and I need to get around him before this lane ends. I floor it. I get around the guy. Your car, I'm fast. Like, oh, I guess I'm just waiting here.
But my car's cute.
Okay.
You don't like my Jeep?
It's cute. Bad gas mileage, no power, bad visibility for me and my height.
Right.
It's not for me. Like, I'm glad that you love it. That's great. It looks like a little Hot Wheel to me. You're a Kia Soul person. I want a Kia Soul so bad.
Right.
I'm managing 2 chats, one where I'm like not in real time and one where I am. So I want to see some real time stuff.
Okay, you can have some real time stuff.
Kathy pointed out when we were talking about how you used to live your life, your bills in your kitchen drawer, how you just throw them all in there and not pay them.
Like when you'd go around in the kitchen, there was this one small pull-out drawer. I don't know what it was for, like knives or something. And then there would be the stove was right next to it, and that's where who said that?
Kathy.
How did you know about those?
She knows. She went to our apartment.
There was drawers where the bills were different colors.
Yes.
You pulled them all out one time. I remember that.
And
you pulled them
when
all
I discovered
out
those
time.
is when we set your check to direct deposit into my bank account so I could take care of all your bills. And it was like a month later we moved in together.
When I was working at NASA, I was one paycheck behind.
Yes.
So like I would get paid and then I would overdraft and take all the money out to like pay rent and stuff. Sometimes I'd be late on rent, but like...
And you didn't have a bank account, so you were going to a check cashing place?
But for some reason, everybody was nice to me, and like it worked out.
Yeah, well, I took care of that.
Right? Can't teach old Dan new tricks.
Amanda says, Crystal, thank you for saying you were hands-on. I am that way. I just know I cannot teach I cannot teach the way AJ learns. With virtual schooling, I very much learned I teach way differently than AJ learns.
You know, the hardest part about Blake is when he went to high school, like public high school, there was 43 kids in his class. We were done with no kids left behind. We were done with the max size of 22 kids in a class. And, like, it was just a loud learning environment. I know the way I learned, and I didn't learn.
Right. Blake learns really well one-on-one.
Right. I mess around with when I say, like, I don't know anything, because I don't. Like, what do you want me to do with that skill? Like, I'm not bragging about it, but, like, I didn't learn shit in school. When we went to some of Blake's, like, back-to-school nights and stuff like that, and it was just so much, even for me, being in, like, the science teacher room where he was like, I write the assignments on here, and it's chaotic, and there's 40 people in there with parents and stuff like that. He wasn't going to learn anything in that environment where they couldn't even, like, answer questions. He gives a lecture, you go home.
Right.
It's more one-on-one. So
Blake needs to have that
He went to a charter school where there was under 15 kids for the class. You knew the teachers as more as people and not just authoritative figures.
Right.
You know, that the lady that spent time with us for all Blake's high school years?
Yes. Yeah, the teacher that we met with monthly to, like,
go over Blake stuff when he was in a charter school. She was like a friend. She was cool.
Yeah.
She was cool, you know, and so I think that closeness was good for Blake, but not for everybody. Not for everybody.
Right.
You know, there's social butterflies that go out there and just thrive, or people like Crystal that like buckle down and I don't know how you graduated a year early from just buckling down. You know,
wait. At the end of 10th grade, you know, at the end of the year, they'll give you the list of like, sign up for your classes for next year.
No.
Okay, well, they did that. And they gave me the list at the end of 10th grade, and I'm like, hold on. So I have to take 6 classes next year and 4 after that. Why am I doing that in 2 years? How can I do this? And I went and talked to the counselor and was like, what can I do? And they're like, oh, you have to earn elective credits elsewhere. And I said, can I do that? And we talked about it, and I had already been taking college classes.
I'm such an ostrich, such a sheep. I wouldn't even have thought of that, ever.
Oh, I just did the math and was like, I don't have to be here for 2 more years. What are we doing?
One of my friends one time in 9th grade got to leave at noon because he worked for his dad's pool cleaning company. And I was like, how do you get that gig? But I never thought of anything like that ever.
You really only have to take... I think it's 4 classes your last year. If you're on track and you pass everything, you only have to take 4 classes your last year. And I think 2 of those are electives.
Right.
So what I did was I took English 12 and English 11 at the same time in 11th grade.
English, because you don't get English 9. It's 10, 11, 12. I took English 9 twice, and it didn't even give me, like, English 18. Like, it didn't work.
No, I just doubled up and took 2 English classes and history at the same time as I took civics econ. And then I took a bunch of college classes for elective courses.
Check this out.
And got the hell out of there.
Today I did the Daily Dan till about almost 10. I hurry, and you know how hard it was to edit Jess's video first? If I squeeze it in, I can do an hour of NASCAR and be left alone. Then I can do the setup for the stream. Then after the stream's over, I can do Jess's video. But somehow today I muscled it out of me to do her video first. And I still try to figure a way to squeeze an hour of NASCAR in before I set up for this stream. Because I pushed everything off to the last minute. And I had so much anxiety, because I get a lot of anxiety, about setting up this stream. I still push it off to the last minute, because that's what I do.
That is what you do.
Yes.
To be fair, that's what I do. I wrote a 10-page paper the night before it was due once. Like, I will always put a paper
But I will only work on stuff when it's due in the clutch.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, what can I get done now so I don't have to do it later?
Right.
Like, last night I was making recipe cards for weeks ahead so that I don't have to do those later.
Which is awesome. That's so cool. That
I
you were
see
doing
Hannah said I missed a super chat. I'm behind on chat on one window trying to get the questions.
That off the screen?
So, no, because then I have to go back to it.
You just click off of it. Or click it and then click off of it. Click it. And then click and then click off of that. Boop, doop, doop.
Okay. I think this is Adrian wants to know your favorite anime.
Neon Genesis Evangelion. Crystal said it was like I did drugs after I watched it because I had this big existential crisis after I watched Ava. It's so in depth if you really, really, really follow down the whole of it and you watch the like rebirth and stuff videos. My favorite funnest anime is two of them. Gurren Lagann is amazing, and yes, I'm saying this correctly. Bo is so fun. Oh my gosh! But if you want a good time, go watch Gurren Lagann. So good, so good. Yes, there you go.
I wanted to say before we get too far off topic. Amanda's saying that AJ is in a charter school, max of 9-10 students per one teacher.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
That's perfect.
Don't get discouraged. He's still young. You still have plenty of time to like work into how he learns, and it's going to change. The fact that you care and that you're involved goes way further than being able to teach in his style.
Just don't be bummed if he's unconventional. What's it called? Unconventionary. Unconventionary, like forever. Like
that's not a word.
It might always be unique forever. Like with Blake. Like we're like, oh, like maybe like no. It was the same way with me. My parents would be like, maybe next year will be the year that he. No,
and he did all right, but he always had to be walked through everything. I wanted to get him into that charter school like years before we did, and we were finally able to do it.
Right,
it was a game changer for him. Like he only went to actual school 2 days a week, 3 days a week.
But he got good grades. He understood. He learned. He knows so much more than I do, to the point where he face palms all the time. When I say, the stupid stuff that I say all the time that's stupid, he knows. And that's so cool. And I'm so excited that my genes are better than my genes. Right. So I'm excited. So yes. But yeah, don't get discouraged if it's this way forever. It ends up being okay at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kathy Wolf wants to know how long we've been together. We did talk about it a little bit. Is
it 17 this summer?
August will be 17 years.
17 years.
Yes. Good job. Yes. You remember that from last time we talked
about it. And it feels like 23.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
Oh, look, a super chat.
Hannah, I found your super chat. She hit snooze for like an hour. I'm not allowed. Dan will tell me, don't forget to get up.
I will. Don't forget
you always
to get up.
Tell me that. Don't forget to get up.
But like, soon as it goes off the first time, my eyes are open anyway.
Oh, not me.
I'm wide awake.
Half the time, okay, so the first one goes off at 6:40.
Right.
I don't even think I open my eyes or register that it's going off until 6:50.
So I've already kind of woken up by then. I might have tricked it over here to go to the bathroom and come back, because I don't use the bathroom in the bedroom because I don't need to sleep.
I appreciate that.
But you go through all the alarms. But I'm already awake, surfing through my stuff. Or I'm out here. Sometimes I'm out here, setting up for the Daily Dan or something like that. But yeah, your biological clock says more sleepy.
Yes.
Yes.
Only because mornings. I don't do mornings. And I'm fine if I wake up on my own.
It's 89, and it's 102 out.
All right.
Is it almost drink time?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I have stuff to do today. I'm not drinking today.
Oh, do you? Oh,
yeah, I do.
Right. Let's keep it going. I like this. This is fun.
Tristan says, why don't you turn the air conditioner on? I would die. Our house has a swamp cooler.
Yeah, but
which
she's in Florida. She's in Dexterland.
Right.
How do you stay cool over there? Screw us. How do you stay cool over there?
Kind of swampy.
We only have a swamp cooler, which you probably have never ever heard from, even though you have swamps over there.
I think it's too humid there.
And that does not work at all, but at least keeps airflow in here.
It works when it's 85 out.
85 and under.
As soon as like you get into like high
Right.
80s over into the 90s,
You're in
it's
trouble.
just kind of blowing air. We have the little air conditioner that Marco and Marie got us, but again, it can only cool so much.
I can feel
when
a
it's
little bit of it
100
breaking, just a
degrees.
little bit. It feels a little bit
Right,
better.
yeah, it's literally
But-
been over 110
But
today.
apparently, in my mind, like I said, she looks like Dexter. You know that Dexter show, everybody looks humid in that whole show.
Yes. They always had that
deliberately-
back sweat
and they have that
triangle.
glaze.
Yes.
Right. So where do you like? Is that what's going on there?
I'm trying to find. Chris says him and Amanda have both been forklift certified. Odd.
Jamie is too. Of course he is.
Does that certification hold forever, or does it like
It
expire?
has to expire.
Let me know, those of you who are forklift
You know what?
certified.
Has the forklift really changed? It still only has 2 prongs, not 3.
No, but like if you haven't done it in a while, you don't have to renew it.
right.
Like that's not a thing.
Mm.
Foxy Qual has been forklift certified since high school.
Really? That's what she said.
S. Lee, who said, "Hi, Americans. Hello, wherever in the world you are," has a question. Would you like to go through a car wash, but without a car in your swimsuits? Absolutely not.
So I've seen, I watched like LA Beast and stuff. There's a challenge to go in like an old beat down car with the sunroof open and go through the car wash while you try to eat like a Subway sub so the bread gets all soggy and stuff like that. I would try something like that. As long as I don't get hurt, I would do it, but I'm afraid to get hurt. Like, I don't want to get hurt.
That's my big thing. Yeah,
I saw the people that get their door stuck open.
Yes.
You know, yeah, so no thank you. No thank you on that.
Talking about teaching kids, Shannon says that she homeschools as well and is with them all the time and teaches them everything. They learn at their own pace in their own time, and it's awesome. You know, I'm glad for us, who Blake is, I'm glad we didn't homeschool from the beginning. I feel like he did need to have a social setting, but I feel like by the time he hit junior high, he didn't really fit in any of the cliques. As you know, once
Right.
you hit junior high, the kids start getting into little groups and splintering off, and he didn't really fit into any of them. So I feel like junior high is
Neither
about when we should have started that.
Right,
But we
neither
got
did
him
I.
into a private school that was amazing, and there were no cliques, and everybody was really welcoming and
And you
accepting.
know, I did too. From sophomore, junior, senior year, I went on homeschool, and up until like, even when Blake did it, it was hard because it was looked upon it like I did something so wrong.
Yes,
It was so, and because
well, when we were in high school, that was like, oh, you flunked out, or you got kicked
Or you
out,
got
or something,
pregnant.
or you got pregnant.
it wasn't
and that's
like
why you would
yeah,
go.
right. And they would try to have like social events there, but it was always like there was like there was me, then there was the one kid who had like a day job,
Right.
and then there was just the people that were in trouble, and there was people that were pregnant and stuff like that. And it was very frowned upon.
Yeah, it wasn't used as an option of like, hey, traditional school doesn't work for the way you learn. Try this.
Right.
It was
And-
like a punishment.
Right. Yeah, it felt like a punishment. So when Blake first did it, it was hard for me to wrap my brain around it, and until I went there and talked to the teachers and stuff, and they didn't teach it like it was a correctional facility. They taught it
Right.
like it was like, I don't know, like hippie spiritual place.
Yes. Yeah, a
And I
little
like
bit.
that.
Yeah.
And even though like all religion aside, that junior high experience when he was at the vineyard right there was amazing.
I feel like that was good for him. Like,
oh my gosh,
we don't attend
What-
church.
what
I was
a-
raised Catholic, and so were you.
what an amazing school experience.
Absolutely. His mom went to that church. That's how we ended up getting
indoors,
him there.
the
But I
teachers
feel
were
like
amazing.
they weren't real pushy about religion. They had Bible
We-
class once a week, and I feel like that was good for him to be exposed to it. I
Right.
feel like your kids should be educated in religion, even if you don't identify as religious.
We went to every event. We
did.
We volunteered
loved
for
it.
everything.
I had so much fun.
check this out. I was a chaperone.
You got
I
somebody
got-
trusted you to
I
chaperone.
got the chaperone.
Yeah.
And you know what I said? I'm like, I had the toga on, like Animal House on my party, and the kids were like, no, you can't do that, Mr. Mosley. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they were more
Mr.
responsible than you.
Mr. Mosley was my dad. Kexton!
Oh, no.
And they're like, oh my gosh, who brought this guy?
Pretty
But
much.
it was so fun. Oh my gosh, so fun. All right, what else we got?
My Life's Wicked Adventure wants to know if the equipment, like microphones, computers, cords, and programs, is on the list of items we use.
Yes, I tried to push the buttons on the Stream Deck, but I can't do it. But on our kit, yes, everything I use that it is there. is there prior to the CC Mouse
I
podcast.
see a queue.
It doesn't matter what you put. It's
There's
not.
There's no CC Mouse podcast.
It's not making it happen. I can send you stuff, but yes,
Can't help
it's under our kit.
Go
If you
to
go to kit.com,
RFSdan.com?
yeah, or kit.co, you'll be able to find it there. But yes, all our equipment's under there. It's all this stuff is the podcast equipment.
Dindog says, I have a Kia Soul. The C-post blind spot is murder. Oh, I drove one once, and
But you hate the blind spot in my car.
I do, but for me and my height and location, I didn't have a problem with the blind spot in the
Right,
Soul.
right.
I had one as a rental when my car was getting repaired.
How tall are you?
That's actually the next question here. Helen wants to know how tall we are. I am 5'4".
I'm 5'10".
So that 6 inches in your car makes a difference. Where I feel like I'm down in it, like the car is like this, and I'm like trying to see, and I can't.
Blake's like 5'11". He could almost squeeze out 6 foot if he wanted to.
Right.
But I'm like 5'10", like spot on, like 5'10", not like 5'10 and a quarter or 5'9 and 3/4. I'm like spot on, just 5'10".
Adrian wants to know if you would ever transform the Jeep into a Jurassic Park Jeep.
No, because there's some guy in our town that's got the correct Jeep, and he does have the Jurassic Park Jeep splash on it.
Yes.
From here to like Hollywood area, when I drive from here to Hollywood, I see that Jeep on the freeway and stuff sometimes.
I think there's
but
a few
somebody
of them.
has a correct Jurassic Park Jeep, so no, I love my Renegade just the way it is. It's murdered out. It's murdered out with the city rims and it's got the Beats audio.
Still
in
a
it.
mom Jeep.
I saw PJ. Let's hit up PJ real quick with the super chat.
Okay, I'm trying to get over there.
Oh my gosh, the heat's broke. I'm hot, but like
Yeah.
I'm not like getting
Speaking
hotter.
of which, Drea says, "Are you guys feeling the heat wave? If so, how are you handling it?" I work in a place that's
Is
temperature
it Drea
controlled.
Kidioski?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
We
girl.
have solar panels at work, and we keep the air conditioner. It's actually 3 separate thermostats in there, and my section we keep it at 70 degrees, and it works. And the bill's like $10 a month. It's freaking amazing.
Oh, Crystal comes home and apologizes all the time. She's like, I'm so. She'll come over for lunch, and I try to make these little like cool areas, so I have it all planned out right. So I'm like super like housewife, and I know that's not a thing anymore. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, Crystal's gonna be home soon. I'm gonna try to make this little area here that's nice and cool, so when she comes home, she can hang out in it and relax until she has to go back to work, and it'll be great. She'll love me forever. And she comes home, she's like, oh my god, my core's so cold. And you just sit there and you thaw out the whole time.
It feels good to go sit in the car to drive home for the first couple minutes because I'm so cold with a sweatshirt on at work.
You do apologize.
I do. I feel bad.
And I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, no, come on. What was the question?
Are you feeling the heat wave and how are you handling it?
Andrea, I've been playing, oh my gosh, NASCAR on iRacing, and oh my gosh, you're going to have to watch. It feels like the real deal. You should play iRacing.
That's not an answer to the question.
Okay. I'm dying. Today I was dying. Today I was laying here and I was beached. Just things everywhere, under boob sweat. It was so hot. It was, even though we have this little air conditioning thing here that was blowing in my face, it was 93 degrees in the house, and it was miserable. Miserable. Since I had this little area here that Mooch and I stay in, I do a great job on having Mooch here with me in this little area.
Right.
Which, where is he?
I
I make it work. So,
Hannah says, you work in a place that's temperature controlled? What's that like? Amazing. It's the first job I've ever had that's temperature controlled.
Yes.
And I freaking love it.
Our last 2 jobs, because her and I worked at the same place for 11 years. Your last 2 jobs over the last 15 years
not counting the bank.
Haven't been not
but I don't
temperature controlled.
Talk about the
At the bike shop, at least I did have some air. Brittany says 5'10" with or without the shoes. Well, with the shoes, it's like 6 foot. Oh my gosh.
With the hair, it's like 6'5".
Yeah,
let's get PJ's super chat. I can't put it on the screen because I'm not there, but he says, listening to Dan, by the way, thanks for the support, appreciate it. Listening to Dan talk about chaperoning makes me wonder what he would have been like as a frat boy in college.
You know what? And maybe that's a good thing that I didn't go to high school, because I was just popular enough and didn't know it that I could have been one of those like douchey frat boy guys. I could have, because like I was likable,
right?
But I didn't understand that like I was likable until I was like in my 20s. I just thought that I had good fortune, and then like everything was coming up Millhouse. And so it wasn't until like I was in my 20s where I was like, oh, you're pretty likable. Somebody said to me, I'm like, oh, thanks. And I was like, oh, maybe so. So I could have easily swung the other way and been like crappy captain of the football team or something stupid like
Probably
that.
Not. You're kind of scrawny.
Right. Right.
Amanda wants to know, what's the black box
PJ.
in our right corner, which I see it on this screen. I don't see it on that one.
Here's the thing. Hannah said, this is our audio right here, because I have a second. If this was a video and somebody else was in our Restream live thing, they would be right here. But this is how I'm getting my audio across, because I couldn't get audio because this part is coming through OBS. But I wanted to have the questions on the ground, so the side effect on that is I have to have this black box so you can hear us. Riveting.
We're 5 minutes behind, but DP says, move to the left, you're covered by the comments on TV.
I can't. You know what? Okay, so on the television, the comments are like up to here. We've seen that before when we've done it on the TV. So I'm sorry, I can't go any further. You don't want to see me anyway. You probably want to see Crystal. But on television, sometimes they come up and down here, which kind of sucks.
Drea did ask, how's iRacing, and are you getting the hang of it?
No, a little bit, and it's amazing. Oh my gosh. I played the truck series. It was fun. I love it, but I don't have enough time. Like, I haven't had enough time to play it. It's just been too dang hot.
Yeah. I'm caught up. I'm going to leave you with this question because I really have to go to the bathroom and I don't think I can hold it anymore. And when we come back, I have something for you.
Just know that you can see all the way into that bathroom. So
I close the door when I go to the bathroom. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I am going to leave you with this one. I don't know how to get out of here because I'm locked in.
Should Uncrustables be frozen? I've never seen you jump over the couch before. Should Uncrustables be frozen? Look, here's the thing. Okay, so I never had Uncrustables before, and then during the pandemic, we had our gas leaky thing. You guys can go back and see those videos, right? So everything was closed in the kitchen, and Holly had like a whole Costco box of Uncrustables, and she gave them to me. So I would defrost them because I tried to eat them frozen one time, and it just tastes like the freezer, and I didn't like it. But when I defrosted them, they were really super good. I like the crust though. I was one of those people, like, I grew up in a Mexican family, so we didn't like take the crust off things. What are you talking about, right? So I like the crust. I'll pull the crust off and eat it. So the Uncrustables was nice. It was like, but it was like too much like lava-y stuff. Like, I need more crust because I like the crust. So Adrian, I've only had the Uncrustables like just that one time. Like, I haven't seen the Uncrustables in 2021. But I think they should definitely be thawed out. No. You hopped over the one way. Yes. The end. Crystal, you never tried a bite of the Uncrustables, right?
That sounds absolutely disgusting.
Right.
No, I want no part of that at all.
All right. What else you guys got for us? Could it be my turn soon?
Your turn what?
I've been drinking beer. Oh yeah, but if I finish this one soon, I can grab another beer, and I could be back in time.
Well, you better hurry because I don't have anything to do. But I
saw someone deep fry an Uncrustable, and I want to try that now. That I would try. I haven't. What have we had? A few times we've gone to the fairgrounds. What have we had?
I think we had the deep fried Snickers, and did we do an Oreo?
We did an Oreo, and they were both disappointing.
Yeah, kinda.
Right. They were both very disappointing.
Are you leaving and then coming back?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Yes, I do. Yes, I am.
The fan is like blowing right in my eye, and it doesn't.
I eat my chocolate and Uncrustable mostly frozen, thawed enough for the bread to be soft. But I don't want. Okay, so like Brittany, I don't want that like. So like you bite and it's mush a little bit, and then it's like I'm biting through ice cream a little bit, and then it pulls off in your mouth. I don't want that for my Uncrustable. You're not an Uncrustable fan at all, right?
In my mind, it's just soggy bread, and I can't. I don't like soggy.
They have
foods.
chocolate ones now, but at that point, like, here's the part that I'm ruined at. And don't get your head big. Is that Crystal makes snacks, so I'm really like,
I'm
really
have
spoiled.
Those than
so it just a lot of the things taste fake or plastic.
Yes.
What has been the best and weirdest experience you've had together? One time when we very first got together, we went to a rave where we set up a tent. We went into the forest and we set up a tent.
That was not the first time I'd done that, so it doesn't stand out to me as much as it does to you.
The tent was at a rave, so like you got to go like
it was up in the mountains, like in what passes for forest here.
And no, we didn't do the fun drugs.
No,
not all of us anyway.
Neither of us.
I didn't know what that was at the time. I was so scared. I would love to try it at least once, like the ecstasy or the mushroom things. But I'm too in my head that I would somehow figure out a way to turn it bad.
I have comments, but I'm going to let it go. So
we were in this tent, and like the tent's in the forest, and cars are parked there, and like 50 yards away is just like the stage and stuff like that.
It's great.
And like you got to go back to your tent. And you got to bring whatever you want.
So we had like parties.
Foods and drinks and stuff, and then you got to go to the music, and I was so new to it, and I thought that was like an amazing time. But that was like a long time ago, and that was fun. I thought that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. It was neat when we first got together to take you to raves because
I'd never done that before.
You didn't know anything about that world.
I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah,
world
it was fun to like introduce you to that.
But like we were older, so like we were at the end of it. So I thought that was fun. The craziest thing was probably when we tried to go to a party and we turned up the wrong street with you, me, and Nanda, and it was on property, and the guys chased us off their property and were chasing us to the
trying to run us off the road,
off the road, and we drove all the way to the
police station. Yes, and luckily, like, the gate opened up as we pulled up, and we drove into like where you're not supposed to go,
right? And
like where the cops go.
These people thought we were trying to rob them or something, and we're all dressed in like 90s, like early 2000s baggy jeans and like rave candy on and stuff like that. So that was probably the thing that stands out the most. Otherwise, you and I had just regular good like parent trips to go do stuff. Like, I don't know. What about you? Do you have anything?
Those two stand out to me as like crazy experiences.
Those two are probably the highlights. Yeah, I'm thinking those two are the highlights.
And then like silly things, like a few years ago when we went, it was like February when we went to Ojai, and we went and stayed in a hotel.
That
and
was
like
fun.
A memory I have from that is we got out of the car and I'm like, hey, my passenger side window's still down. Make sure you roll that up because it's going to rain. And you were like, oh yeah, I rolled it up already. And then we got out there in the morning and you hadn't rolled it up.
Wait, I did it wrong.
And my seat was soaked. But it's like a funny memory. We had to like dig stuff out for me to sit on. And
dude, that cabin that we stayed in was so Leisure Suit Larry. Like it had like a dove shaped like or a heart shaped like hot tub. Like
no, it had like a triangle bathtub in the room. No,
it was a hot tub 5 feet from the bed.
It was a bathtub.
And I'm like, what's this for? It was on like Super Bowl Sunday. That was interesting.
Amanda says, "What is rave candy?" The plastic
Crystal
colorful
still
beads
has
that,
20 pounds of it.
Yeah, that ravers wear.
It kind of looks like the candy that you would eat, like the candy necklaces.
But do not wear a candy necklace to a rave because it's hot and sweaty and sticks to your neck.
You still have some of your rave clothes, but yes. It's the beads around your neck. You'd make a bunch of them, or you'd make fun stuff.
What we would do is we'd have like one arm would be like all the keepers, and one arm would be the ones to go away. Like you would make them to trade with people, and then when you'd meet somebody cool at a party, you'd go like this. And then you take the bracelet off and give it to them.
That's hot.
It was a thing.
That's hot. You do that to all the boys?
No, not to all the boys.
But some of the boys.
Some of the boys.
Dang. But those.
That's
were
why
fun.
I stopped raving when I met you.
Those were fun. Like that was some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Especially out here in SoCal, where like we could get to some good like. It was,
especially when we live where the desert parties are, and so people would drive from like all over Southern California,
right?
And they'd be like, you'd meet them at the rave party in the desert, and they'd be like, "Where do you live?" And I'd be like, "About."
You see that? Yeah, if you look through the field over there 3-4 miles, see that little light?
Because we live at the edge of town, so then it's like dirt fields, and then there was
we were showing on the Daily Dan. We were showing some of the dirt fields. You would take your old '60s Mustang through those dirt fields.
Through like there's like mountainy stuff and rocks and stuff, and I would go like off roading a little bit in it. Yeah. I would drive out there. I'd get off work at midnight and go drive like out into the middle of nowhere and go to rave parties. Here's one for you.
Dan, how did you woo Crystal and win her over?
Let's see what you think.
I don't think I did. I think it was the other way around. Guy was super naive, so I think you
were super all about me from like day one. Like you didn't even know me that long. You were like, "I'm in love with you," and I was like, "Whoa, hold up."
That's me. That's what.
You were all in.
Right. I'm pretty all or nothing. I told Ronald I loved him once. So
okay, so it was nothing special,
right?
Thanks.
No, I don't like. I feel like it was the other way around. I don't know. Were you just trying to fix me?
No, you were fun. That's what it was. Like
I was fun.
The guy I dated before you, like he was sort of fun when we met and chubby, and then he decided like he was going to do triathlons and go to the gym all the time. And so sometimes we'd ride dirt bikes, but other than that, we didn't do anything fun. And you were fun, and you were like always up for anything. And I'm like, let's go do things.
Right. And you found out about me before, like you knew who I was before I knew who you were, because we had mutual friends and we didn't know it.
Yes.
And then so that's it. But that's all.
Yeah.
What else you got?
There was a correction to the spelling, but Din Dog wants to know if we ever went to Slab City. I don't know what that is.
I didn't go to Slab City. We watched a documentary on that, and that's got to be out here somewhere. But no, I have not. I've not gone there. I've not gone to that place where all the rocks are spray painted, or where the cars are all sticking up, or where the dinosaurs are. All of them, they're out here. But no, I have not gone. I have not gone to Slab City.
Foxy Qual, I think this is for you.
If you had to describe yourself in only 3 words, what would you choose? What words do you think Crystal and Blake would choose to describe you? I can't get a good read on Blake.
No.
Maybe after I die, he'll give a good eulogy.
He's a teenager. He's a man of few words at this point.
3 words to describe myself: fun, child, anxiety.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
How do you think I would describe you?
Just stupid.
No, I would never.
Just like, I don't know. You could crush me.
I think your words are pretty accurate, but I would throw messy in there too.
Am I messy?
You're very messy.
Right.
Larry wants to know where the cats go when we do live streams.
Wherever
they want, because they're cats.
I thought Mooch would be over here.
Most of them are in the bedroom right now for some reason. They literally just go wherever they want. If they wanted to be here, they would be here. We're not like keeping them from being here. They're just doing whatever they want. No, Mooch is right here. I mean,
can you make him happy? Here, I'll bring him to you real quick.
He's in the taco truck. He's on shift right now.
Here. He is in the taco truck, huh?
Yeah. Hannah wants to know where's the special Dan surprise. I think you should run to the bathroom and then we can make that happen.
Come here, Mitch.
Mitch.
You kill him out of here.
I don't know that I can. The bottom comes, like if you lift it up, the bottom comes off. Okay. No, the bottom comes, oh, you dumped him out of it. He just looked up at you and meowed like, what did you do?
Sorry.
Hi, Moo.
Sorry.
Oh. Hi.
He's a rag.
What's
Hey, you know what? I will tell you though, him and I are the best pals all day long.
Until I get here?
I take care of old Mooch. He's old. Even though just the last few months I've just watched him just be old.
Oh, he's an old man.
Yeah,
he's still good. He's just a little old. Hi. What you doing? That's all. The cats seem to enjoy the taco trucks. Absolutely they do. They're always in them and on them. They've held up surprisingly well. I was hesitant to get them because they're kind of pricey. 2 of them were sent to us. Thank you guys who sent them to us. The cats love them. They've held up better than the Aldi houses that we got. So, yeah, they're awesome. I don't know if they're selling them anymore, but I highly recommend them. Joshua Bain says, how many cats do you have? Also, who do they like more? We currently have 5 that live inside of our house, and I think for the most part they like me more. It depends. It depends on what's happening. Like, Mooch likes me more. Mooch wants to snuggle with me more. If I'm not here, he'll settle for Dan. Kitty pretty much only likes me. Rizzo's an independent woman. She likes you if she wants you to pet her. Topo likes to play with Dan, but when I move around the house and I walk by him, he talks to me way more. He doesn't talk to Dan like he talks to me. And he's just always just squawking at me. And when I pick him up, he'll lay his head on my shoulder and like kind of snuggle me, which is really cute. Kamiko likes Dan more, I think, as far as like playing outside, but she sleeps on me at night, like curls up against me. How many more cats before you're considered hoarders?
Oh
I don't think it's about the number of cats, it's about how well you clean up after them.
That's rude. Like, as many as we want. What does that mean?
Tristan wants to know if we have a problem with fleas and if there's a specific house spray you use for fleas. No.
We don't have fleas out here.
Every time we get a cat, like when they show up at the door, they always have fleas. When they're kittens and they show up, every single one of these cats, with the exception of Kamiko because she came from my brother, every single one of them showed up with fleas. We wash them, and then we never have fleas again. Like, it's not an issue at all. Like, I can't say we don't have fleas out here because they come with fleas. But
right.
Like we don't have fleas. Like they're not in the house. No. They're not outside. You know, Kamiko goes outside. When I lived in
the valley, there was fleas.
Yes, I remember staying with a family friend in their back house, and there was fleas like jumping all over everything on us and stuff. We don't have a flea problem. Like I remember when Topo gave everyone fleas, ear mites. He gave them all ear mites, not fleas. But he did come with fleas.
Right.
Yeah, all of them came with fleas. Ugh, I hate fleas. Okay, I have something for you.
All right, I'm excited because
I don't know how excited you should be.
I hope it's like one of those ice pack things.
I think this is going to be a lot more entertaining for the rest of us than it is for you.
That seems like a kick in the balls.
But it's a solution to a problem that you had, that you mentioned, and so I got you a solution to your problem. for
Ooh,
our
it's heavy.
entertainment.
Sorry, I'm just melting here.
They've been waiting a month for this surprise.
88 inside, 100 outside. We're almost good.
We're getting there. Thanks.
Hold up. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's
You should show the other side. I don't know why the redhead is pulling all this black nose hair out.
She is, huh? At first I saw it was Wooly Willy, but it says it's Kanashi! Oh no. Wax that helps. It says it in English on the back side. Kanashi. What does Kanashi mean in like Japanese? Nothing? Like that's just a brand? I'm not sure what Kanashi means, but that says Kenashi. That E is like long, so Kanashi!
Dan was complaining about his nose hairs, and I thought it would be highly entertaining for the rest of us if we pull his nose hairs out.
I think I mentioned in one of the members' first vlogs that they're just growing in their like tentacles, right? Like I'm like that old dude that you see that they're just like hanging out there. Oh,
so I did make sure to get one that comes with post-waxing balm wipes.
But you got like the crazy like Japanese version though.
It says it comes with instructions, 24 wax applicators, specially formulated nasal waxing wax, 12 oh so sexy mustache guard stickers to protect your mustache. Wait.
I don't have a mustache.
12 balmy post-waxing balm wipes, our love, and a bag to keep it all in.
What's the balm wipes? Is it BOMB or BALM?
Balm with an L.
Let me see this. Let me see. It's written in Japanese on the side. Kono kanashi no waxu wa itsu koto dekinai. Use with caution.
Dindog says one of those little nose shavers might have been better, but much less entertaining for us.
But like it was like tickling my nose uvula, and I didn't like it when I had one of those in my nose, and it didn't work well. Oh my gosh, are we really doing this? Why is there 400 pieces of scaffolding
24. So there's your balm wipes.
Fuck, I've had just enough alcohol that maybe this happens. Jim Johnson,
the applicators are biodegradable.
Every time I've seen one of these, it's ended on it ripping out and disconnecting. Okay, so
they are usually using Q-tips when that
I'm excited and like sad at the same time.
Pick your mustache guard.
Amanda says, a nose hair kit, do it! I don't have a mustache guard or an Ethiopian poisonous caterpillar that I earned.
You have hair here. You don't want the wax to get those hairs?
No, I don't care. Wait, okay. Well, we'll put it on for fun. What do you guys think? Okay, so the top mustache is 1 and the bottom mustache is 2. Put it in the chat, 1 or 2. Which one do you want to see me wear? My dad had 1. Well, no, my dad was more of a push room, but 1 or 2. Put it in the chat. Let's see which one you want to see me wear so it can block my nose. Are we really doing this?
It's your call.
This is freaking disgusting. What about like down there? Like, does it come with that kit too? Because I got.
It depends on where you want to put the applicator, I guess.
It's summertime and I got a winter bush.
Oh, nobody wants to hear that. You can take a vote and see if they want you to do this, or you're welcome to veto it.
Nobody wants mustache 1. Everybody wants mustache 2. So apparently they're all in.
Yeah.
Jim, is this a good idea, Jim?
Okay, so here's your fancy bag to put it all in for later.
The heck is this? It's not Crown Royal. What am I putting in later? This is scarring. I'm going to need to go to therapy later. It's Socko.
You play with Socko. I need to go microwave this for 4 minutes.
Microwave it. Just put it out on the table. Why didn't we put this out earlier? I am not doing this. Wait, what is this?
It's the wax.
What the They charge you more money for this special stupid-ass plastic
Wait, it was like $1
container?
more than the cheapest one, and it came with the balm.
This container has got the letter K hanging on this. Oh my god, Ernie and Bert would love this as a wedding gift.
BRM Bug says that if I had to... Wait, I gotta get that on the screen. It already went away.
No, forget him.
It says that if I had to put up with handling eggs, you have to put up with waxing your nostril bush.
Is this happening? Who's talking me out of this? Who's got my back in the chat?
Let's see.
Who's got my back in the chat? Because now all of a sudden I can feel the kraken coming out of my nose.
Jim kind of wants to see it, but kind of no. Chris says this is a terrible idea. We're totally in, but you don't have to give in to peer pressure. Dindog says, do not, I repeat, do not wax your nether regions. It's a terrible idea.
Sounds like she
your mom
knows.
says watch the F word. Samantha Gwen says don't do it.
Did I say it? Well, yeah, but Samantha also said I shouldn't get poker chips with my face on it. But Sam's Life with the Husky does. So which Sam do I listen to? They canceled each other out. Oh,
Tristan
no.
says nose hair's gross. Do it. Amanda says asthma attack coming on. I apologize in advance.
This is not what I thought I would be doing as a content creator.
Hannah says it's a bad idea, so you should totally do it. Nancy says no, I can't watch. Content creators totally do this because I've seen it on YouTube. How many videos have you seen of this? They usually do it with Q-tips, and then they pull it, and all the cotton stays in their nose. I got you like the fancy correct applicators.
Who's the latest?
Your mom says no, don't do it.
Who's the latest winner of American Idol that I can scream out?
Instead of Kelly Clarkson?
My mom doesn't want me to do it? Oh, you're so nice to me. Thanks, Mom, for being nice to me.
But, Ma, the nose hairs, they're like reaching out and waving.
They're gray, and it's weird. The gray ones, like, they're thicker. Especially, like, the chocolate.
Foxy Cola says both of us should do it. I don't have a nose hair bush. I don't have these kind of
what's
problems.
going on with you? You're the one that's got...
Nope.
I should be able to see your brain.
Nope.
You know what? It just turns to black. Mine turns to old man. One time, Crystal pulled this thing off of my ear, like, out here, like this. Doink. And then one time, she, like, pulled, like, a thing off my shoulder, like, doink. Like, I don't need these.
Yeah, you have extra hair.
I know how big I am. I don't need these. I feel like I'm a Buick, the ones with those big old things that just hang out the side of the old car. You know what I'm talking about? That so when you get close to the curb, they rub on the curb.
Right. Whiskers.
Yeah, I feel like I got those coming out of me.
Your mom says she's older than you, and she doesn't have any.
Yeah, right. You're Mexican. You could probably jump in a bath of Nair. Mom, you look like a Monchichi. What are you talking about?
Dang, that's your mother.
In a good way, but if you look back at your photos from the 80s, you're a Monchichi.
You should have Monchichi hair.
Oh, totally. When you worked at the DMV?
Jim says he doesn't think you should live stream this the first time out. Record it and put it in a vlog if it's entertaining. This could end badly. That's what we're here for, Jim.
Yeah, but unfortunately there's 70 people here staring at me, and they're not going to go home until they see me get shoved off the top of the cage into a bunch of boxes, Jericho style.
So, am I microwaving it?
Fuck.
I'll be back. You entertain.
Is this... You know what?
I
Honestly,
need to see what my next
here's
step
what
is
I thought I was
after
going to get. I thought I was going to get some sort of foreign snack. I thought you were going to finally make me eat some sort of, like, deep-fried crickets. Instead, I get...
It's been sitting in this bag since the last live stream we did, and you didn't even peek. You're home alone all day.
You know what? I know not to ruin the fun. Okay,
And
here's
you
why.
forgot all about it?
One time when I was like 15 years old, my mom hid. Oh, you're listening, Mom. Shit. My mom hid all the Christmas gifts in the closet, and I peeked. For some dumb reason, I was over there and I saw all my Christmas gifts, and it was a sad Christmas because like I already knew. So since then, honestly, I will never peek because I don't want to ever do to myself.
I did that once when I was 10. I peeked and I got a scooter that I wanted really badly, but it was gold, and I was really disappointed because it was gold.
But you were disappointed in like after Black Friday. Like you were disappointed for like weeks.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So ever since then, I know never to do that again because I was so bad. Sure, I did play Jurassic Park for the Sega Genesis, a top-down game that sucked. And I did get the hockey game that I always loved. But like I just was sad that I knew already. So I never. That's why I don't spoil my things. Sorry, Mom.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Mom. I love you. I do.
The instructions specifically say nervous. Don't be. You got this. We believe in you.
I've had
reassuring you right here in the instructions.
I've had just enough beer that we should do this.
Okay.
And I'd like to see you try to jump the couch again. Butts up.
I can't do it with this stuff in my hand.
Come on, the Dukes of Hazzard did it for like 3 seasons. Good job.
Thanks.
Good job. Oh my gosh. Hee this is going to be great. Screw you, Shannon! Oh my gosh, help me, Shannon. Maybe do a shot of something. Girl, I've been drinking beer all night. Oh my gosh. This is through the cellar to thumbtack's territory. No, it's not. Not off the top cage in the boxes. A great crash pad. I know. It's in between. It's not Mick Foley style. It should be good, right? After this, I fully expect to be breathing like the gods. Whatever that means. Olympic gold right there, Crystal. No, to be breathing like the gods. Pull fast, same as ripping off a Band-Aid. I feel bad. Foxy Cola, thank you. Thank you. Also, Crystal, we have 2 packages from our loyal viewers.
Oh, well, that has to heat up for 3 minutes, so I'm not jumping the couch
they're,
again. But
they're down there if you want to go around the backside. And do it. Also, it is now 100 degrees outside and only 87 in the house. So now I'm only back to my neck sweaty. All right, Crystal, just come around back here. Come around. Look, I make a great podium. I feel bad, Dan. It will hurt. You're only saying that because you're Canadian. Deep down inside, Crystal, the animal lover, you want me to pull it out. You want a tractor trailer to pull it out.
Okay, I have 2 minutes until I need to tend to this, so why don't you pick one and open it? Here, do this one.
There's no way I would do that. Ear candling, maybe. This is no way. This sounds easier than ear candling. I heard ear candling was a lie. I can't do nothing. I'm holding this. Play by play.
I'm cutting the tape while trying to make sure my address stays hidden.
I feel like
this is P.O. Box.
I feel like I'm holding like a Kennedy, like a John F. Kennedy
this
microphone.
This is from Charlotte.
Yes, I told her that her package was here. Of course, Crystal is game. Yeah, Crystal's game for anything.
Anything that causes Dan pain.
Hey.
What?
I'm excited. I hope it's a painting. Oh, it is. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
There's 2 things.
I'm gonna look at the TV with you. Let's do the small one first. Okay, I can't. I want to look with you. No way! No
That's
way!
Kind of amazing.
It's like half Guy Fiery,
That's
half Dan
great.
Mohawk, half cat. That is going on the wall.
That is so amazing. We're gonna need a bigger wall.
Oh my gosh, Guy Fiery right there. Look at that. Look at that. I love this. This is great. So now we have Foxy Koala, we have Hannah's, we have Charlotte stuff. Oh my gosh. We were thinking about maybe even this wall here putting all this stuff on. That is so cool. Okay. I haven't looked yet. Everybody else has looked. I haven't looked yet.
Look. It's like one for me and one for you.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. These are so incredible.
That's so fun. Can you hand this in the kitchen on that wall by the door? Like
above the door?
There's like a side area by where the stove is.
I don't know if it's wide enough for that. I'll have to see.
Come on, that is amazing.
That is amazing.
Look how fun that is.
Charlotte, these are awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, I have the other art you sent to from Christmas cards and stuff. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, can you just leave them there? Wait.
Yeah. You can prop them up.
Oh, I hear it.
Oh, it's glittery too.
It is. It is glittery. Oh, how fun. Thank you so much. It is amazing. That's kind of rad. I like maybe buy merch of RFS Dan cat. I was thinking about still making cat stuff, but they're falling off the map. Like, what do I do now? So I want to do something for the cats, but I had commissioned somebody to do it, but then they kind of dogged me. So I don't know what to do. I need to find another artist of like the art that I like, you know? But I should do something. Time to put the hurt to Dan. Oh my gosh, I think you don't like me. I think you come here to watch, like, I think you, like, think I'm a, what are those, a voodoo doll. Oh my gosh. Charlie said, thanks, I'm freaking out. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, those are really incredible.
Yeah, it's all like shiny and stuff. These are things that like, when I get super like old, they'll always just be on our walls. Like, this is like, they'll always be the memories of like the fun times, which is now the fun times. Crystal, what happened? 2 minutes longer?
Yeah, I just had to go a little longer.
All right, so Crystal's getting the Dan pain. I guess I'm primed and ready for it. This is what I do. This is what I do instead of manual labor or working in computers.
Put your mustache on.
I'm trying to give you tips to make it less hurt. Din Dog 22. I think I'm just screwed. You know what I'm hoping for? Best case scenarios, clean and be like, it didn't hurt that bad, like a shot. What? The whole time I was worried about that. Oh my gosh, it's gone. Chlamydia will go away in 3 days. Wait, what? And so, you know, I'm thinking that it's going to be something fun. I hope. Put wax on Crystal's arms and pull it. Crystal doesn't have any hairs. She's like gingery.
Okay, put your mustache on because it's perfect temperature.
Wait, my mustache is in a Ziploc.
I took them out.
There's more.
Shove them up your nose holes.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to pull it.
Hurry! It's the perfect temperature.
Oh no, this is not cool. Oh my gosh, no. I'm not
Dan?
prepared. Is it gonna run up my nose into my throat?
Don't inhale. That's my next
Wait,
thing.
it's gotta be straight.
Breathe through your mouth.
Oh my gosh, I sound like a crappy Darth Vader. Oh.
Hang on, I'm trying to get rid of all the stringy bits.
Hurry, this is sucking.
I'm trying.
It hurts. It hurts already, and I haven't done it yet.
Hurts.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, come here. Bring your nose holes here.
Wait, it's falling off because I'm sweaty. Oh,
How does that feel?
really warm. Like
I think I tested it on the inside of my wrist. It said to do that, and it was not hot at
like
all.
warm apple pie.
I think that one might have a little bit too much on it.
I've been pushing it in there. Oh my god, it's going down my nasal. It's going down the back of my throat.
No, then don't look up. Is it really?
Yeah.
Stop breathing through your nose.
I'm breathing through my mouth, but I can feel it like going into my
You're doing it wrong.
my uvula.
Okay, here it comes.
But like in my mind, it's down hanging in my throat.
It's not. It's barely in your nose holes.
Oh, this is so bad, friends. Oh my gosh. So the right temperature is baby bottle. Yes, you're correct.
Just leave it for at least 90 seconds.
But I can feel the uvula. Like I have 2 uvulas now.
False. It's false advertising.
Yes,
man.
Crystal, you're right.
About?
Doing it for the live, not you. Look down, not up. But I can't read the chat, Uncle Yukon. That's really attractive look. Dude, I'm hot.
Did I leave the lid here?
This is hot. This is hot stuff. Get a personal shaver. I can't afford that. If I won $1 million, I'd rent Theme for a day from the Addams family. Then he could shave me. You like the mustache, Hannah? You like that? I'm scared for you. I'm scared too. There's no going back now. I'm scared too. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I can get back over here.
Crystal, you should give me a cheeseburger after this.
I bought you nose waxing. What more do you want? We need to plan this out better next time. I can't be climbing over the couch every time.
Oh my gosh. Mooch. Mooch, this is what's happening right now.
Okay, so I have to read the rest of the instructions.
Can you undo the theme so we can say Mooch?
Can I do what?
Undo the theme so we can say Mooch. Chris apologizes in advance. Din Dog 22 says this should be the thumbnail. I think you might be right.
Should be the what?
Thumbnail. I feel like I'm drowning a little bit.
Breathe through your mouth.
Oh, dude, this. Yes, look it. Will you take me to get a cheeseburger after this?
Oh, we were supposed to rotate it as we inserted
What
it.
the? No, it doesn't need to have threads. This is ridiculous. Are you taking me to get a cheeseburger after this?
Absolutely not.
She's not lying either. That was a truth face.
Okay, so when it's time to take it out, you're going to lightly pinch the sides of your nose and lift upward.
I'm not taking this out. You are.
Okay,
also, I feel like I should
gonna-
be in the Laugh Olympics.
A little bit. We're gonna grab here and like pull the skin of your nose up, and then we're gonna pull. The faster we pull, the more effective it will be.
I just waterboarded myself.
Yeah, you can't take a drink while you can't breathe out your nose.
Oh my gosh.
Did you learn that when I had the popular sickness? It was completely congested.
Good horrible babe.
No more drinks.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
If few or no nose hairs were caught by the wax, guess what? The wax was too cold and we have to do it again.
But the box was woolly willy on it.
But if you're not woolly willy, we have to do it again.
Hey, Crystal, is this what your nose hairs looks like?
No, I don't have nose hairs. I'm a delicate flower. It says, don't be timid. You're a warrior king with tiger blood flowing through your veins. Pull that stick out fast. If you don't, you risk pain, and you might even cry like a baby, and that would be embarrassing for everyone.
Charlie Sheen wrote the foreword to this?
Yes.
Really?
Blood.
Tiger blood?
Tiger blood.
Charlie Sheen?
Yes.
Who's Team Dan? Nobody likes me right now. Is anybody Team Dan? Why do you guys all hate me? Brittany?
I'm getting your balm ready for you.
You need to get the balm ready for me, because this is ridiculous.
Then you have to pick your nose with it.
Wait, with what? What do I have to pick my nose with?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. It says use the balm wipe to soothe your nose and help remove any wax residue. For external use only, do not use inside the nostril, which then I don't understand what the point of it is, because we're inside your nostrils, right? That's what we're doing here?
I have more questions.
I have answers.
So there's this bag, right? With like 30 of these in there.
24.
Did
now
each
22.
one of those go up my nose?
Yes.
How, like, do they expect you to do like a whole like a soccer team, or like what? Are we keeping this for years?
It says, if at first you don't succeed, please don't flip out and wreck your kitchen. Take a breath and give it another go.
Now?
You will finesse your nasal waxing technique in no time and become a nose beard waxing ninja. Everyone will be jealous. Good times. I'm just reading what it says. What's going on in your head?
I'm reading Crystal in the Animal Lovers comment. Dan needs some green stuff after this. What does that even mean? Yes or no in the chat. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you think Dan's a was it a pothead fucker? Is that the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so this is in here. Like, I kind of like this look a little bit. Like, I'm kind of looking kind of like Sergio P. Well, this is Steve here. There's no Steve here to see this. Jim's here though. Come on, Jim. Would you take me on like this? Dan the Bruiser. Dan the Bruiser. Dan can't think with his nose plugs in. Uncle Yukon. That's not what makes me not think.
Are you ready? Do you feel like it's hard?
I'm not pulling this out.
Right, but do you feel like...
like, wait.
Oh, it's hard.
If I were to pull this out, I would be like that episode of Teen Mom where that girl pulled her baby out. Remember?
Yeah, I just want to touch it. I'm not going to pull.
You promise?
Yeah, I just want to feel the wax to make sure it's hardened.
Me too.
Yeah, it's fully hardened.
Oh, that's fused with my nostril. Oh my gosh, that's cement. Oh, that right there, that hurts. Oh my gosh, somebody's got me by the britches.
It's me.
Are you doing one or both at a time?
What do you want?
What does the chat say?
One or both, guys.
Will you take me to get a cheeseburger after this?
No.
How about a burrito?
You can walk to the corner. I'll make you a burrito. We have leftover burrito stuff.
Jess, are you around? Are you watching this while you're camping?
They're saying both.
Who says that, Sam?
I think we have to because look, in the middle, the wax is touched.
Sam doesn't like me. One than the other, Amanda says.
I don't know if we can, though. Look at me.
Who do I trust the most in the chat?
Okay, trust me, because this one has too much wax, which is touching this wax, and if they're hard,
Wait,
it's hard.
touch my nostril? I can't feel it.
Alright.
Whoa, I gotta...
I'm gonna move your beer because I'm afraid you're gonna spill it. Are you just gonna keep flinching from me?
Angela says, emergency room visit your future. Yikes.
Uncle Yukon says you better do both because if we do one, you won't want to do the second.
But I don't trust that you can pull both of them out at the same time.
If you use your hand to do this part...
I got the snippy snip done, and the doctor was talking to me because, we have nothing else to do. He's looking at my junk, for gosh sakes. And he said that some people will get one done, and then after they get the one done, he asked me, should I stop or should I continue, right? And I said, what do you need?
Take a drink.
I'm good.
Your nose is plugged. You can't swallow.
If Flipper could do it, I could do it.
No. It's false. We just saw what happened.
I said, does that really happen? And he says, yeah, sometimes people are just done and they'll come back for the next one. I'm like, but I'm all numbed up down there.
Yeah, you're already here. You gotta get more needles in your
He grabbed the bits and then he stuck a needle in there. I felt it come out the top of my head. And I'm like, really? I'm like, no. What are you talking about? And this feels like the same thing.
Dim Dog suggested we should grab a couple of tampons for you.
I really want to laugh at that because that's funny, but I'm afraid if I do, I might aspirate myself and die.
You can't. You're gonna aspirate yourself. I don't think you know what aspirate means. Okay.
What's your game plan? Oh my gosh, I can really see it.
I feel like we should just do one, but I think it's gonna pull both of them out.
Crystal, I'm 42.
And here we are.
Wait, whoa! You're not pulling teeth out like the disc.
I've met you. I know I just have to go for it
Remember-
because you're in your head psyching yourself up.
Remember when I had that toothache and the dentist wanted to pull it out, and I went to some after-hours old man, the Wonder Years dentist, and he told me to grab the seat and hold on.
You had to
Grab the seat and hold on, and this old shaky bones guy that looks like the dude from Nothing But Trouble goes in there and he pulls on my seat, and pulls on my teeth, and I'm holding on to the seat.
I remember. Come on, let's just get it out of the way.
Oh, shit. Blake, my firstborn son's watching. Blake,
Blake, you're just in time.
Blake, please don't show this to your mom. Or Jeff, please. You can show it to Jeff. Please don't show this to your mom because this is going to be the worst thing I've ever had happen in my life. Oh!
It pulled the other one out. It did. Oh.
It's like the commercial. I don't want to show it. No, please don't. Please don't.
Wait, that's not a hair, is it? Oh my god, I think I pulled that one out of your brain.
Is it like the crayon from The Simpsons? Am I smart? Am I smart now? No, don't look at that. That's disgusting. This one's got all. Look at this one. Looks like I dropped the Tootsie Pop on the ground. Look at. Grab that one.
Oh, I love it.
I gotta put this down.
And that came from like up in your nose. It was that long up inside your nose.
Did you hear that sound? That's everybody unsubscribing.
Oh my god, you had a bigger problem with that. Can I see? Can I look? Oh my god, you saw nose hairs in that nostril. It like only pulled from. Okay, that one looks clean. That you need more.
Okay.
We have to do it again.
Wait, hold on. I will say, I feel like somebody took the restrictor plate off. And it smells like campfire. I love it. Can we do it again?
Yeah,
Then let's fix it. Yeah, let's fix it. I don't want any of that stuff. Yeah, I'll hold it.
Help. You have to use that again.
I have a new one.
Okay.
Wait, you sure we shouldn't give this away?
Nobody wants that. I personally want these on camera. I have to move them or I'm going to smash them.
That's the most black to gray ratio I have on my body now. Oh my gosh. Who's watched? 73 people. Oh no. Celeste, don't laugh at me. I'm so sorry, Dan. I am sorry too. Quality to content. Charlotte, if you want your pictures back, I understand. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me put my fingers up there to figure it by itself.
Way better than I thought you would.
It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. It was like free. I don't want to see that in the sticker pack. Are you sure? You sure? Amanda wins everything. She might get it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Remember to twist them, Sally. No. Shh.
Yes.
Are those going to be up for grabs on the next Daily Dan? Maybe for you they would be. Oh my gosh. More or less pain than getting a hole punch in your tongue. Less pain. Less pain, but getting a hole punch in my tongue wasn't a big deal. I was good with piercings. Okay. So honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10 pain level, it was like 0. It wasn't a pain factor of 0, like at all. And you guys know.
I like a girl when I pluck your eyebrow.
You guys know me. I would sell it. I would sell that hurt. It was honestly, legitimately no brave. Because I don't try to be brave. No pain at all. So I couldn't figure out, like, as an entertainer, how to sell it. But it was enough that I'm like, do it again and let's get it over with. But it was no pain. So yeah, and that really hurt my nostril thinking about it. It didn't hurt. And like I tell you, I promise you, if it hurt any degree, I'd flop on the ground like a kick to the junk. It did not hurt. So Dan might be a misogynist, a masochist, a masochist. Crystal, what's a masochist?
Enjoy pain?
I won't lie, a little bit. But this time the pain level was 0. Like if I was in the hospital, the happy face would be 0. Madison said, Mooch is sleepy, and his mood is my mood. Yeah, this is all he's been doing all day long. I've been aiming the air at him. We broke the heat. Inside the heat right now, it's 87, and it's 101
Where's your mustache?
out. I'm not worried. Wait, did that help last time?
And make sure I don't pull your lip hairs. You have to hurry because we're at like a temperature that needs to go in your nose.
I can't get the decal off. You must hurry up. Don't forget to twist it. Ah, that's hotter.
Is it? Sorry, I put it on my wrist.
I can feel it in the back of my throat. If you guys have a gag reflex, this might not be the business. Because I can feel like it gets hard. Like, I feel like I can almost put my tongue in the back of my mouth and touch it, but I can't. But it feels like it's way back there like that. But I'm good at this stuff, so like I could just breathe through my mouth, barely. I think I just swallowed some wax through my nose.
Did not. It's not even that high up.
But that's the feeling that I have. But as soon as I can get past that, then I'm okay. But if you have a gag reflex, like a really bad gag reflex, this is not for you.
It's also extremely.
Hurry, this sucks.
I'm trying.
Didn't you Brazilian yourself growing up?
No. Who does that?
Did you have a wax sleeve?
No, you have to. Your mustache is in the way.
Trim it. That second one you did it, I felt the bubble come out of my nose cavity.
Sorry.
Oh.
That one was messier.
That one was way sloppier, and I'm pretty sure I swallowed a ball of wax. Oh my gosh, I feel like a pirate. Mom, if you're watching this, Mom, this isn't my finest moment, but at least I don't have an OnlyFans. And if you know what an OnlyFans is, Mom, then I'm like, I have questions for you. Oh my gosh. Now wax Dan's leg hair. Who's a misogynist now?
Masochist.
Foxy Cola is not on my side. All right, what you got for us, girl?
We have another box to open. This one I peeked in just to make sure there was nothing perishable, but I did not open what it is.
Who is it from?
The note in here says it's from Nancy. It says, Dan and Crystal, hoping this will solve butter issues.
Yes! Thank you, yes! Yes! Is it a cow? Is it a tiny cow? Fresh butter? Tiny cow? Hold me closer, tiny cow,
She says, use my family even in hot Florida. Keep water in bottom and butter stays spreadable on the counter.
Yeah, really?
Follow the directions or read Amazon ad. Really works.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's like lockdown in here.
I'm in.
Okay, here's a lid. Here, hey. Thank you. We're going to have to check Amazon because I don't see any instructions in here. But it's 3 pieces. So water goes in here. And then this goes here. And then then the lid goes on top. Yeah. Here, I'll take this so I can look. Well, I'll drop it.
Jim Johnson says, Blake, this is why you need an education, buddy. And Chris says, I'm with Jim Johnson. Stay in school, kids. Who's dumber, me or the fools that are watching me? So suck it.
I'm going to have to look this up on Amazon for, like, other instructions. But she says put water in the bottom. We're going to have to try this.
This looks like a little cake maker. Can we make a cake in it?
No, I don't think that's what that's for. Well, thank you, Nancy. We'll have to try this out. I'm going to look on Amazon just to double check, like, what the instructions are. But it seems pretty simple as far as water on the bottom.
Yeah, and we just leave it on the counter? That's forward to me.
I think we did that as a kid. Not with one of these fancy things, but I'm definitely going to try this and see about spreadable butter, because I hate tearing bread with butter.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you. That's awesome. We'll report back after we use it.
Yes. All right. Get over here. Get this in on my nose so we can get the heck out of here. Go get some food.
Try to leak the couch again.
Oh, don't step on your cat. You're stepping on.
I'm not stepping on him. I'm stepping behind him. All right, here I am.
People are stoked about it. They said that they've used it for years and they've had them.
The butter thing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Right.
All right.
It's a traffic
I'm
accident, but it doesn't make me a bad driver. Oh, go watch somebody else's stream then. Oh my god, really? All right, get these things out of my nose.
Blake said, I don't know, this is weird. I just joined to see that. Was not expecting that. Sorry.
This is what your dad does to pay the internet bill for when you come to my house. So, like, all you guys can shove it up your ass, really, though.
Nancy says it's called a butter boat.
All right, get this thing out of my nose, because I'm sick of reading the chat.
All right. I'm trying to... Sorry, I can't get it to stay on here.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, it was. That pulled a lot more out of that.
Oh my
nostril.
gosh, I can breathe so much better.
Let me see. You still have lots. It's like up further. This one looks clear. This one I can still see hairs in it.
Wow. That's okay. That feels good. It feels good. Here, I'll put my thing on here. So what is this like after spray? What is this like after spray that I get?
It helps like soothe your skin, like an aftershave. It'll soothe your skin.
Where am I supposed to put it? In my nose?
No, it says external use only, but if there's any wax residue or anything, that'll help get rid of that. Which things do we have, Sam?
It smells like chemicals. What's it smell like to you?
Like chemically, but like when you go to the hair salon. Yeah?
Yeah.
Crystal says your nose is red.
Is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
What did you Rudolphed me?
I waxed you.
You Rudolphed me.
Your nose hairs will stop waving at me now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how many hawks out of 5? I know Chris is going to ask that next.
You tell me.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, it did what it claimed it was going to do.
Look, okay, so don't worry about her. She's just to sell pretty eyes. But like this dude here is like, what just happened to me? Well, first of all, you look like Teen Wolf at like 11:30 at night, and second of all, I was stoked. It did not hurt one bit.
Well, that's good. We'll be doing it again. Christine says you're supposed to have some hair in your nose. It filters pollutants out of the air you breathe. Yes, but I don't think they're supposed to reach out and try to grab them.
Who said that?
Christine.
Christine, you're right, because all that shit talking Crystal does all day long, like I gotta have something to like filter
You
it out.
filter it through your nose?
But I'm breathing right now, like you should be telling like nothing but the truth and not crap talking because it's so much.
It's all coming in.
I feel it.
Chris called you Rudolph the Red-Nosed Dan Deer.
I'm thinking so. I don't know if I might get you lost because sometimes I get you lost. But that feels good. That feels good.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Okay, so this is like when you first brought it out of the package and I looked, or when I took it out and I looked at it, I'm like, this is going to cause pain, like that potato chip I'm going to have to eat.
Right, that you still haven't eaten.
This is freeing, and it was way better than one time I shoved the nose vibrator up my nose. And I tried to I tried to get that out of my nose. I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You feel good?
Nothing came out of my nose. This is
You're
great.
not bleeding.
Do I put this sack over my head so like the girls will look at me after this?
That's to put the rest of the stuff in for next time so
Oh
you
my
don't
gosh.
lose it.
Oh my gosh. This is fantastic. I love this.
Give me your half a mustache over there since you couldn't find it.
Oh my gosh. Next time I have to be Ned Flanders.
Yes.
So I'm all out of like
No, I'm sure there's like 12 in here.
There's still one
24
1940s
sets.
Prohibition boxer and the rest are Ned Flanders.
No, there's a bunch.
Oh nice. Oh my gosh. How often do I have to do this?
Every time I see your nose hairs reaching out at me, we're doing it.
Have you ever been to one of those places where they wax you?
No, I'm not a hairy person.
Well, how long does it last?
We'll find out. It depends on how fast your hair grows. How often do we have to pluck your eyebrows?
This is freeing.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be terrible and you were going to get a bleeder. I stand corrected. Jim Johnson, I was hoping for some, to sell it. I was hoping for some sort of something that I could roll around or I've pulled the nose hair out before, doink, and my eyes just start watering. This was freeing.
Yeah.
It was so freeing. I'm not Leo Rush. I wouldn't sell that power bomb off the ladder onto a table and pop right back up. I was hoping some pain or maybe blood, something. It was beautiful.
I'm glad because we're doing it again when your nose hairs are waving.
Is there anything else we can wax?
Not with this.
Brittany says waxing lasts about 6 to 8 weeks, so they're trying to give me a year's worth. So you put that whole container in the microwave. How many times can it go back from liquid to solid? As many times as our paraffin wax machine does.
I think it just melts.
Can we give me a Brazilian? Look, Crystal, times are tough these days.
You can give yourself whatever you'd like,
right?
And Jim says he busted on you at seeing it. He'd give it a go. Yeah, apparently Dan recommends it.
I love getting my eyebrows waxed. My life's wicked adventure says I have the most wicked eyebrows that go all the way down, raccoon
Yeah, maybe
style.
we should wax your eyebrows next, but we're gonna have to get different tools for that.
Crystal, I had to shut my eyes and Crystal plucked my eyebrows, and it was like gardening. She had a black trash bag.
Wax would be so much better because you get them on your eyelids and you won't let me pluck them. I could just smear wax on you and then just pull it all at once and it would be done. Megan wants to know how long we let the wax sit in your nose. It says 90 seconds. It hardened up pretty quick.
It hardened up quick, but like I said, if you have a gag reflex, you're screwed because it feels like it goes down the back of your throat, but I know it doesn't.
I can imagine that.
So I let it stay there, but it was tickling back here, which would cause people not to have it. But I know not to, so I just don't.
When I had the popular sickness and my nose was so stuffed up, I couldn't swallow because there was nowhere for the moving air to go.
Can you brush back there? I can brush back there.
I struggle with
barely,
it.
But I can.
No.
So it was like that. If you could brush back there, you're okay.
Christine says you can get eyebrow wax at the drugstore. I think we might have to. David wants to know if there's any ear hair you can wax. Not really. You're not
there's
really
that one or
hairy.
two on the side. To answer Jim's question, I'd get it bleached. Anyway. Okay, next stunt. Dan tries eyebrow threading. I would, but she'd say, cancel all my appointments. Whenever we come out of the Vallarta, there's a little kiosk in there where she does threading. And I see her. She's like 4'10".
I've seen horror stories about that.
She's like 4'10", and she's into threading. And I don't want to like give her carpal tunnel. What are your horror stories? What do you see? What do you see about it?
People have bad like reactions to it. I don't know what threading. I think they just take a thread.
Yeah, and it kind of does that like double Dutch thing, and it plucks your hair out.
Right, but I've seen stuff where people are like, "Look what happened to me after threading," and they're all like jacked up.
Yeah, but does that happen after like peanut butter too?
I don't know.
You know,
I'm not really sure.
Interesting. I've never had it done, but has anybody ever had that done? I don't know. I guess I would do it, but like I said, it cost me twice as much. Like, my eyebrows are a multiplier.
Yes, I think we should wax them. That you reacted well to that, I think we're waxing your eyebrows. Where are you gonna?
Okay, so
they have like a little thing that you put. Like, here's the eyebrow shape.
But these are my shapes right here. Like, I have those big old scars from bad parenting.
Right, but you have like this.
Yeah, but there's this.
And then like your eyebrows just keep going. I think they stop here.
I have a bendy, but it's lazy. Yeah, but it goes down to here. So what are you going to do? You're going to give me a facial, and you're just going to rip a whole layer of skin off from me.
Yeah.
Megan, you're in the chat. Is this a good idea, Megan? Should I do this?
I mean, you didn't want to do this, and it worked out well, right?
30 isn't supposed to be bad, but it does take knowledge and skill to do. What am I supposed to do? Ask them for their, like...
their qualifications?
Their qualification?
You have a question on here.
Samantha says, what does RFS mean? RFS means Random Friend Squad. When 8 years ago, it was 10 years ago I made the channel, 8 years ago since we put up our first video. YouTube.com/Random Friend Squad. You can see a collaboration channel that we had where a bunch of us, each day of the week, there's 5 of us, and we would have the same topic and make a video on the same topic. There were random friends of people, some of them I knew, some of them I didn't. So I just carried that name on, Random Friend Squad.
And the name's a little bit applicable here. We're kind of a squad of random friends.
Right. And now we have RFS fam, Random Friend Squad fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worked out good well for us.
Megan answered you.
What did she say? Go for it, Dan. It's not bad. I've waxed my own eyebrows before. It doesn't hurt at all. In like super like Southern accent.
Super Southern accent?
I bet in Cali they need a license to do threading.
You need a license to do everything.
Or a photocopy, but I'm not asking for anybody's license.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to display it.
Okay.
Drea wants to know what made us call Kumiko Kumiko. Kumiko in Japanese, this was my naming. Kumiko in Japanese, we were really into Japanese at the time, so we were trying to look for a Japanese name.
Pizza?
No pizza. We were trying to look for a Japanese name, and Kumiko means companion child, and we got her as a friend for Mooch to make Mooch leave our old cat Buddha alone.
Who was wild back then?
Mooch?
Mooch.
Yes, Mooch was crazy like Topo, like would go after Buddha all the time, and Buddha was an old man and hated him.
Now I have
kind
to
of like the
dust him off.
Mooch Topo dynamic now. And so Kumiko means companion child, and she was a companion for Mooch.
She's a few years younger. I could tell when I pet her, she still feels good.
Yeah, I think she's like a year and a half, 2 years younger than Mooch.
Maybe like 2, at least 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Mooch was really little when you found him, though. He was 6 weeks or under 6 weeks?
He was too young to be taken away from his mom. That's why he's all imprinted on me.
Right. That's why he's human. He's got human skills.
Yes.
More so than any of the other cats.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. What else you got for us? Because we ain't cutting out of here just yet.
No?
No, it's nice and cool finally. It's 97 out. The temperature's rapidly dropping.
I'm still wearing jeans.
Yeah, that sounds like your problem. I've been in these back shorts where I have to like sit sideways all day long.
Megan makes her own homemade wax. It's good for your skin.
Like the paraffin stuff is cool.
I don't think
we have one of those paraffin wax
machines.
machines.
I think that's waxier like candle wax.
Right. It still pulls that layer off.
Yeah, but I don't think it would wax your skin like that. Your hairs. Like I don't think it would pull your hairs off. It doesn't harden like this wax does. It's still squishy like a candle. Foxy Koala wants to know what's the most embarrassing thing Dan's ever done.
Like, what's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life to other people?
That you were the most embarrassed about?
Or what's the most embarrassing thing you've done since we've been in a relationship? I think that's probably what she's asking.
I'm still thinking. What do you feel is the most embarrassing? What are you most embarrassed by that you've done?
I went to the Winter Ball with my first girlfriend.
Oh, you're taking it way back.
And it was over at like, what's that like hotel over there on 10th Street, and the bar changed.
Essex House?
Yeah, I was over there for the winter ball for Highland High School. We call it Holand. And I had a Mickey's Big Mouth beforehand, just like a couple sips. And I went to AV. I went to AV high school, and like everybody was kind of uppity because if you went to Highland, you lived up in the upper,
in the nicer part of
west side of Palmdale
Valley, yeah.
Right? Yeah, and that's where my girlfriend was from. She was a little bit my very first girlfriend, and I know you still follow me on. So I don't think she don't watch any of my stuff, but like she was very respectively saying this. Claire from Clueless. Like she was like, oh my gosh,
I've never seen Clueless.
Like she was very Valley girl,
right?
So all her friends were like 10s. They were all like the 10s, like the way they acted,
right?
And so I got buzzed in the parking lot, and I went inside. And during one of the songs, somebody said something about jumping on the table and dancing, and I jumped on the little round table that we were sitting on, and I was doing the sprinkler, and they pulled me down. And a school person came and was like, "You can't do that. You're going to be kicked out." And everybody at the table was so embarrassed. And like I thought it was, I thought it was a good move, and I thought it was funny. And nobody thought it was funny.
No, they weren't amused.
Nobody was amused at all.
Your brand of humor.
That was one of the most embarrassing things I had ever done in my life because nobody got my humor at all and didn't think it was funny at all. I saw there was like 2 Zach Morrises at our table and a Slater, and I could just see them there, all perfect, just judging me with their eyes. So that was it. That was probably it. I don't know in our relationship if I have an embarrassing moment. I'm usually like pretty like crowd worthy.
These days I feel like even if you do something embarrassing, you embrace it and like we all laugh with you about it. Like, I like your stuff. And then like you laugh about it. So is it really embarrassing?
It's been a lot of years since I've had to been dragged out of the room for something.
Right.
Never since we've been together.
No.
I like literally look. This is what you see. This is Dan.
Yeah.
Like you don't get a couple more F-bombs and a couple cuss words. That's it. Otherwise, this is what you see. If there's been embarrassing things, it's probably been caught on camera and put on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was running after the car last week when you guys were driving away from me.
Did you anticipate that I was going to leave you? Or did you think you were just going to nicely get in the car? Because you like fully got out of the car and I just slid over.
I was watching the replay back. I couldn't see you slide over at all. You did it fast. You were just like, screw you, Dan, like in seconds.
Yeah, like you were barely out the door and I was in the driver's seat and closed the door, put my seatbelt on and drove.
I don't know. It all happened so quickly. But when I was running behind you and chasing the car on the other side had a bunch of kids in it and they were laughing and pointing at me. I made their day. I don't know what they were going out to Little Rock to do, but I made their day. Otherwise, I don't know if embarrassing things is a thing. This was probably it right here.
Yeah. And were you really embarrassed?
No.
You seemed a little embarrassed when Blake popped in.
I'm just like, this is your dad. I don't know, because like, you know, like by the time Blake was, by the time I was Blake's age, like my dad was already dead. So in theory, like Blake knows more about how to be a dad than I do because he's been around one longer than I have. So every time I see him, really though, like, so every time I see him in a chat, like I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is like what you're going to model yourself after later or not later in life. So there's that.
I know your parents were like a generation older, but like
2.
I remember when my
two generations older.
No, but like then everybody else's parents.
They could have been your parents' right?
So like I remember my mom being 40, and I don't feel like I felt like my mom felt. The way that I looked at my mom when she was 40, she like was an adult and like had her stuff together.
Does it make you feel like you're behind schedule?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I don't want to be adulty like that.
I couldn't imagine my parents...
I want to do stupid things like wax your nose on camera.
I couldn't imagine my parents doing stuff like that.
No.
They were so A+. They were like, Leave It to Beaver.
Right.
So, yeah. So when Blake comes in, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is the example I'm setting for the standard of parenting. There you go.
There you go. Somebody here said, Samantha Gwen said I should make zucchini bread next time I bake. I actually have the schedule made up for the rest of this month and for next month.
You do,
Zucchini bread is on the list.
Do you have any,
it's not on the schedule yet, but it is.
Do you have any hints of what we're making next month?
There are some pies.
There might be 2 pies.
2 pies.
It's Blake's birthday.
Blake picked the thing that we're making the week before his birthday.
Right.
4th of July, the show before the 4th of July, so that would be the 2nd, we're making apple pie. Because, like, American is apple pie. Come on. How do I not make an apple pie?
Right. Click that. Wait.
What? This one?
It's official. I have to voice over my hashtag shorts for tomorrow.
Oh.
What was I thinking when I made this? Completely way over talk the clips. Just talk like Dan talks. Just talk like the Micro Machine guys and get as many voice like do what would Dan do? Sell cars. You got it, bro. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I was just laughing.
Oh,
Crystal says, "Yay pies!" Hey, hi cadets here. What's up, Garrett?
Oh, what's up, dude? Long time no see,
says,
friend.
Hi, Dan and Crystal. Miss my RFS squattiers.
What's up? You don't have
hello.
to. You can follow us on every form of social media. Thanks for stopping by, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, hi cadets. Been around for a lot of years.
We're friends on Facebook.
Dude, I don't know what. I haven't seen you in forever.
Do you not follow him on social media?
You're alive and doing well. Cheers, my friend. I must reconnect with you again. Foxy Koala says, good night, everybody. Why so? It's 8:29, girl. Do you have to get up at 4 o'clock to feed the emu? Oh my god, I have such a great time following Foxy Koala's zoo life.
Yeah.
Did you see the rhino? Were you really there for that rhino?
I think my algorithm's messed up, and I don't check anything throughout the whole day. So I get home when I'm like, I have internet, and I'm scrolling for like an hour, and I still haven't seen everything. So I know I'm missing stuff. And every once in a while,
I think it screws you up at work that you have no data, and then when you get home, it just repositions everything.
Yes.
But she had a picture of a rhino, like a rhinoceros, and it had like a whole like monster truck tire on its nose, hanging out like having fun.
I love it. I'll have to go check that out.
Can I come to work with you for a day? I know it's weird and creepy, but like, can I come to your house? Can I come see your stuff?
I don't know if this is like Celeste or cellist, like you play the cello.
I'm going with Celeste because that sounds like more like.
But that's an
earthy.
I, so Celeste. Whatever it is, does not want to be adulty like that either. Thank you, friend. And David also says, "Same here, Crystal. I'm a 52-year-old sarcastic schmuck."
Yeah, that loves Rush more than that Best Friends movie when they're rushing around.
I can't stand Rush because my last boyfriend was obsessed, and I just can't.
Oh my gosh, David, dude, you were always a cool guy. Thank you
it's like when you drink alcohol and get too drunk and can't drink it anymore.
David,
like he OD'd me on
before
Rush.
You hit that unsubscribe button, dude. You were always cool, and I always appreciated your support. So before you leave here angrily, here's to you, bro. You were always a cool guy. Oh my gosh, you just killed my friend.
He's allowed to like it. I just don't.
But that's all he likes. He lives off of it.
I'm sorry. You're welcome to like it. I just don't want to listen to it.
Tom Sawyer's mad.
She says that you have the pronunciation right. So Celeste?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
The I threw me off.
The smoky eyes tell me it's Celeste.
Okay. Crystal says, I saw on Pinterest s'more fudge looks so good. There is something s'mores coming next month. And if you guys see a recipe, especially on Pinterest, that you want me to make, either send it to me on Pinterest or on the Getting Baked with Crystal Facebook group. There's a post, I think it's pinned to the top, where you can post recipes you want me to make. I am adding those to the list and trying to incorporate them. It's hard because I'm like, we have to do this because of this and this because of this. And then the schedule is made and I didn't fit anything else.
And it's hard because I deny a lot of stuff.
You do.
But could you, if you didn't make it and it's just somebody else's recipe, just if it's stuff that you made, fine. If not, just don't post it.
Well, if there's stuff you want me to try, you can post it in that post as a comment.
Right.
If there's things you want to see us try and review.
Post fun things oh my gosh, look what I just saw. Post it in that thread.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to see it. Otherwise, I get 20 of those a day and I feel so bad because I like you guys and I have to deny it.
Yeah.
And it's why am I denying Husky Tales 101 stuff? And it's I love you, but
But it's basically going to turn into a Pinterest page if everybody posts everything,
so try to keep
every
it real.
recipe they think looks good.
Right.
For your own posts in the group. Post things that you make, not things you want to make or think look good.
Now we've given everybody a complex.
Sorry, it would be too overwhelming. There'd be too many posts every day. But definitely post things that you want to see us make specifically in that thread.
Poor David, he's trying to justify hanging on. That's the only thing I don't get about you. Other than that, you're a cool AF. But that's his soul.
I didn't mind it until it was too much. He always wanted. He played drums, and he always wanted to listen to it, and then do this thing on the everythings, and then it was too much, and I couldn't. No, I can't. No more Rush. Sorry.
All right, you heard it first. All of Canada's lights just went out. Speaking of that, I was missing the Vegas Montreal game. You guys have a score for me? Any hockey fans out there? It's interesting how I love our community and stuff like that, but we all have nobody likes the things I like.
No.
Well, me and Jim and Ben and maybe one other. No, that's it. We have wrestling in common. Me and Steve have hockey in common, but nobody else does. And the rest of everybody's here because of Jess,
Yes.
who's camping right now successfully. You know what? Hold on. Look at
Theo says, I finally made your lemon bars. Yum! Any chance the apple pie you're doing has a similar crust? No, because the lemon bars, it's like a shortbread crust. The apple pie, I don't even think I make my own crust for that. I just use like a pie crust.
Just regular pie crust?
Yeah, like a
one of the ones that you roll out in the frozen section where you would buy the biscuits, or one of the ones that look already like the pie?
No, the ones you roll out. The like refrigerated ones that you have to roll out.
Right. This is what I got just a little bit ago. So they're out there camping. I know you guys are concerned. They're out there camping, having fun, and I'll have to edit that later.
Crystal the Animal Lover and Samantha Gwynn like and love hockey.
Yeah, thank you. Yay. Canadians 3 Golden Knights 2. Oh my gosh, no way. Really?
Crystal says, you going camping anytime? Not out here. Not when it's 100 degrees. Hi Cadet says,
yeah, right?
Are we
I know,
posting questions from YouTube mostly?
Yes. Yes, dude. But, well, you know, if I see you pop up, we'll read your stuff, bro. Today, Hi Cadet gets ask me anything chat priority. Right. But most of everybody is in the YouTube chat.
Hannah with the super chat says, I'm ready for football season. Go Chiefs!
Oh, Kansas City fan. I am I'm a Steelers fan, and I'm still okay. So Steelers went 11-0 before they lost a bunch of games. There's like 14 games in a season. So when you go to Vegas, you can bet a lot of money on. And 11-0 was good. Like that's a lot of wins. Will they get 11 wins out of 14 wins this season, or will they implode? You know, like they mostly do. You can bet over and under since they did so well, and you could probably make a lot of money if you put all your money on they're going to lose more than they did last season because they had a fluke season.
Who?
The Steelers. Oh!
I got you good. Brittany says she loves cats. We have that in common.
Brittany was trying to send us the damn cat wheel for Topo. There ain't no place to put that.
Yeah, I don't know where that would go.
Don't laugh, Tristan. Don't laugh.
I got you good.
Don't laugh. You're supposed to be my friend.
That's a piece of Anthony that will live forever is the who cares joke.
Oh, did he get you on that?
Oh, all the time.
Oh,
all the time. But see, here's the thing. I don't do it as often, so you fall for it every time. And I let you like finish, and then like you think I was actually asking like which team you think I care which team you're talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Everything's been coming at me so fast since I could breathe correctly now. That, like it's like when you like flush your ears out and it finally pops and you can hear everything from here to like Walmart.
Right.
Yeah, it's like that. Like I can smell clearly now. The rain is gone.
Well, you didn't see that burn coming.
Oh, I did not. Oh my gosh.
Samantha loves cats more than dogs. Me too. Din Dog says we should put the cat wheel on the roof. That might be the only choice.
It's hot up there, though. Like, it's magnifying glass hot up there. Oh, my gosh. This is ridiculous.
I'm starving.
All right. Well, okay, so what are we going to do for food tonight? I don't have anything in the fridge. Can we go get food?
No.
So we have to eat inside the house.
I don't need any fast food.
I don't either. My heartbeat says it doesn't need it, but, like, I'm hungry now.
My waistline says I don't need any more fast food.
Look, I got these shorts that, like, keep expanding. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, here's the problem. You're wearing elastic.
Is that what that is?
You need to get something with a button.
No, thanks, because last time I did, it popped out.
No.
But right now, I have this magical stuff
like,
that keeps going. I'm going to start wearing, like...
So, when pandemic started, right before then, our kitchen went to hell.
Right.
And we had no kitchen. And insurance covered all of our food wherever we ate. So then we were like, hell's yeah.
Hold on, wait. I specifically asked him, can I get McDonald's right now? He said yes.
Yes. And we just had to send the receipts.
We just sent the receipts and they paid for our food. But we didn't have any way to go.
We either ate microwavable food or fast food. And it was mostly fast food. And I feel like that trend has not stopped in the last year because then it was like, well, we're stuck in the house. Let's order food.
Seriously? Like, I need to get a DNA test to see if I'm part Ronald. Like, if I'm his kid or not. I would seriously do things for cheese. Like, I love McDonald's so much.
I know that you do.
I can't be stopped.
I will stop you.
I look like Grimace, but less purple.
Yes. Stop. I'm going to place more mirrors around the house so we have to look at ourselves and understand.
Don't, because I run into that stupid shit like the janky ass fairgrounds over on the other side of town. Like when I go through the fun house and I walk into 3 mirrors like a moron, and the carny with no teeth laughs at me. I'm like, you laugh it up, yuck mouth. I'm not the one that put this stupid mirror here. He's like, I'm not the one that bought $4.50 tickets to go through it. So it's the same thing as that. You know? No, I don't want that to happen.
I'm going to make you have some self-control. Hi Cadet wants to know what you think about the Kraken. The Seattle Kraken?
I think the Seattle Kraken missed the mark by making them like Seattle Mariners blue instead of like neon green. Kraken's green. Why is it blue? Why is it like?
Right.
Why is it that blue color? Why isn't it not black jerseys with neon green pinstripes? Take a cue from Vegas. But I'm super excited. I think Rick Talk is going to end up being coach over there, and I think it's awesome. Another West Coast team because you guys need more of them over here on the West Coast.
Garrett says, also your brother Crystal loves his hockey. You know what's funny? I watched hockey growing up. Like as a teenager, I watched hockey all by myself in my room.
Who was your jam?
Luke Robitaille.
Is that why you like my mullet? Because I look like Luke Robitaille?
Yeah.
How much Luke Robitaille do I have? Lucky
you're a little
Luke.
pinker.
He played on the Penguins.
But like he didn't watch hockey with me, and he didn't get into hockey until you got into hockey.
Well, you know what?
And moving to Chicago, I think, influenced that.
Hold on. No, I've been into hockey like since the 90s, so I was always into hockey.
No, but until he started,
him and I would play the video game.
Yeah.
And then when he moved to Chicago, like, here's the thing. Out here in California is different than anywhere else. Even New York. California is different anywhere else. Sure, there's people from California, but, like, it's a spectacle out here. Like, if you want to come up to my face and get nose to nose and argue about which sports team's better, I don't care. It's entertainment. You know, half the time we'd watch the Laker games and Spike Lee and Jack Nicholson and Luke Perry's at the hockey games, right?
But some people take it very seriously.
We'd go down to the Isoplex and Keanu Reeves would be down there, right? When you move to a sports town back east, like Boston, Chicago for sure. Rangers, you guys will fight for your stuff. You guys have history on it. Your grandma watches the hockey and stuff like that. Nobody knew what was hockey until my generation out here. Nobody knew and cared.
Right.
So, like, you guys are... So, when you move to a place, like, I would love to live in Pittsburgh because they, like, bleed sports. Out here, sports is another thing, like medieval times.
Right.
So he got really into it because he was out there. They were lighting fireworks off of the Cubs one.
They are so into it. Not only that, and it's baseball, so I know it's different. When they won, it was the first time they won in like a century or something, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. He lives an hour outside of Chicago, like in the suburbs, and we went outside, and you could hear just like cheering and screaming and like in the neighborhood.
Exactly right. Okay,
like,
so
everybody.
When I went to go camping with Jess, I stopped in Chicago for 3 hours, and I went into the sports bar that was Chicago Cubs sports bar themed, right? Because they won the thing.
Right.
It's been a couple years. I was sitting there looking out the window, eating a burger. All the televisions have old baseball reruns on it, and I heard the guy in there. He's like, "What did I get you?" He's stereotypical like Chicago guy, right? I heard him talking to the people like, "Where were you when the win?" It was. He's like, "Man, I was working here, and I got home, and I asked my wife, can I take the train downtown?" And I got on the train downtown, and we were sitting on the train, and I got down to the outside of the arena, and we were seeing it, and I was crying, and I had my arms around people. I don't know what that's like.
I think Jason's father-in-law might have been crying.
I don't know what that's like. So to move to a place where like they take their stuff so seriously, I don't even know what that's like. I don't even know what that's like. 80s Kings fan, Lakers fan since the 70s. I bleed Dodgers blue since 74. David. I was a Cooper fan. I was a Magic Johnson fan. I was a Tommy Lasorda, Oral Hershiser, Fernando Valenzuela, fan. I went through all the 80s sports too. Then I found hockey, and then after that I couldn't go back.
Yeah.
80s Kings sucked too. Dion was good. But they did have, they kind of sucked, but they did have good jerseys.
Brittany with the super chat sent you money for your earned cheeseburger. Thanks, Brittany. Don't encourage him.
Come on.
No. Because I know that all day long you go and you have to run, tomorrow you have to go run errands. Tell me you're not going to go to cheeseburger. I always find fast food trash in
You remind me of when I was an altar boy, right? And so I was an altar boy, and one of the gigs was like, you're going to make a lot of money. I'm like, oh, rad. So I went and did a wedding once, right? Where I altar boyed a wedding. It was a bunch of Sarahs and D'Artagnans. And afterwards they tipped me like $60. This was 90s money, right? Dude, churches are rich.
Well, yeah, but who tips the altar boy?
One time I made the holy water. I probably got the recipe wrong.
You can't bless it. You're not a priest.
I couldn't tell the difference between tablespoons and teaspoons.
What'd you do to it? I don't want to know.
As respect to people, I'm not going to answer that. They gave me money, and they handed it to my mom and said, I would like him to use this for school clothes.
And did you?
I wanted to use it for Super Mario Brothers 3.
But she bought you school clothes with it?
I never saw it again. But
No.
then again, my parents were awesome, so like I was never going to question if they were laundering money for me. I'm not Macaulay Culkin.
You got whatever you want.
Right, I'm not Macaulay Culkin. So yeah. Father Cook said, use it for school clothes. Oh my gosh. Lightning just won. I'm happy. They both played tonight. That was last night, girl, and they did win.
Christine says, how about a nice cheese omelet and toast for dinner? That's always a nice go-to. You're not a big egg fan. I don't know if I can talk. I'm down for an omelet. I love cheese and eggs.
High Cadet thinks Blake's 22. I love it.
Yeah, I saw that. Blake's going to be 22 now? No.
He'll be 20 next month.
He'll be 20
right.
at the end of next month.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Blake at 13.
I like his rapid fire questions.
Yeah, he's huge now. He's like bigger than all of us. He like towers over us. He's
fun.
Man.
I'm so stoked. Like I love hanging out. I love hanging out with him.
Yeah, he's lots of fun.
Yeah, he's so much fun. This is great. Keep punching me.
Why'd you become a Pittsburgh fan?
I became a Pittsburgh fan because in the early 90s, rollerblades came out, and I wanted to learn how to play roller hockey. And so I was outside skating and playing roller hockey like in 1990, 91 when rollerblades were invented. Then I had Mario Lemieux hockey for the Sega Genesis because the Penguins had just won the Stanley Cup, so he got his name on a hockey game, right? They were going to put whoever won on the cup his name on the hockey game. So it was Mario Lemieux hockey, and I needed to know how to play the game. So I turned on the television also, and I was skating, and I wanted to play a hockey game on the Genesis, and I saw that the Penguins just happened to be on ESPN. And I was hooked from then. From then on, I was hooked. It just so happens that the video game guy that I was trying to figure out how to play the game with was on the television when I turned the television on, and he was one of the best players in the game, and I was hooked since then. And that was in like 1991, before you were born. So that's it. Ever since then, it's Pittsburgh. It's been Pittsburgh from then. Never been to Pittsburgh.
Jim says being a teen in the 90s Chicagoland was fun. 6 Bulls championships, you know?
I loved every single one of them, Jim. I was a Chicago Bulls fan. Horace Grant. I don't care about Pippen and Jordan. I was a Horace Grant, Rodman fan. You know, like it was such a good time watching them play the Lakers and stuff like that. In my household, my other half of the family was Lakers fans. So I was Chicago all the way. I had my Chicago Bulls starter jacket. I was a Chicago Bulls fan in the 90s. Definitely.
Hannah says, and the Steelers?
When I was growing up, I was I played flag football, but I was on the Dolphins, and I was a quarterback, and my name was Dan, like Dan Marino. So I was a Dan Marino fan from the early 90s to the mid-90s as far as football went. But you guys got to remember, back in the day, you only got local sports. So I had no choice but to watch the Kings play hockeys, to watch the Raiders and the Rams play football, to watch the Lakers play. You only got highlights of the other games, and during the playoffs, it would be on NBC. But I was stuck watching all my local sports. But now that I'm an adult, I just pick all Steelers, so all Pittsburgh teams. So yes, Steelers as an adult.
Tristan asks if I watch hockey too. Yeah, I do.
Crystal actually likes hockey.
Yeah, I watched hockey like as a teenager. I had a Luke Robitaille poster above my bed.
Yeah,
like I was fangirling
hockey's
over
fun.
him.
Is that the only sport, pretty much?
Yeah, I don't like other sports. Everything else is boring. My family's not a sports family. My dad watched wrestling.
Right.
But, like, we are not a sports family at all. Mm-hmm. So I discovered hockey and was like, hey, this is fun. Yeah. I like watching this. I would watch hockey and follow hockey. It was hockey. Yeah, and just happened to end up with Dan who likes hockey.
Yeah, right. And the only reason I like hockey is, like I said, we had rollerblades and we didn't know what to do with the rollerblades. So we played hockey outside in the early 90s when they were invented.
See, I got rollerblades when I was 10, I think. My brother broke his arm. Mm-hmm. And so I had to do all his chores. So as like compensation for that, my mom bought me rollerblades, but nobody else had rollerblades. Like if I lived in a neighborhood where people played hockey, maybe I would have played hockey.
My whole neighborhood did, and we spray painted somebody's cul-de-sac.
Oh, that sounds fun.
At a hockey rink, yeah, we spray painted somebody's cul-de-sac.
Rollerbladed up and down the street all by myself in my no ankle support rollerblades.
It was early 90s, and rollerblades were hip, and I was bored. Here's the crazy thing. I've gotten into fights. I've gotten my teeth knocked out. I quit playing baseball the year before because I was afraid of getting hit by a ball. and then hockey just worked for me.
Hannah was saying earlier, I did read it, but not out loud because we were talking about other stuff, that her dad wants to start getting into sports out there and they want to try to go to a hockey game. She asked if you have any advice for someone who wants to get into watching sports like hockey.
My advice, if you want to get into sports, is learn to love your local team. The only reason that I want to move to Pittsburgh is to be around people that wear the same jerseys as me. When I very, very first went to a Pittsburgh Penguins versus an LA Kings game out here, I sat next to some girl that had a Chris Letang jersey on, right? And I like talked to her and her husband or whatever, and I was just like, oh my gosh, there's somebody sitting next to me that's wearing the same thing that I did. I felt like I fit in. Learn to love your local sports team. My sister Leslie lives 5 or 10 minutes from the Arrowhead Pond or where the Anaheim Angels play, and she watches and lives it and goes to the games. It's right up the street. Learn to love your local sports team. You won't regret it because you'll find people to talk to, and you can just go right up the street and see things. I need to go to Pittsburgh to see my local sports team, or they come to LA one time a year, and not even this year. Learn to love your local sports team.
Garrett says, try being a Packers fan in Seahawk territory.
Ouch,
Ooh, those Seattle people take it seriously too, like Dodgers fans.
And the Packers haven't had anything good since Reggie White and Brett Favre. You know, Uncle Yukon says, I like the pack. Do you like the '90s pack or do you like the current day pack? Because I like the '90s. You know, I like the '90s Dallas Cowboys, but not the current day Cowboys. Oh my gosh! Anything else? Wolfie W says, release the Kraken. Who are you, Wolfie W?
Not Wolfie. There's no L. Wolfie.
Wolfie W. Wolfie. I need to know.
When do they start? Is it next season?
October they do.
Okay.
Yes. So this season they get to pick somebody for like expansion draft, just like the Vegas Golden Knights.
Gotcha.
But they stack the Golden Knights too much. That's why they're doing so well.
Yes. Garrett says, so the meows, how are the kitties doing?
You know, they're around here somewhere. I don't see any.
Which one?
You know what? I'll grab some
cabinet
snacks
over there. Yeah, that might hold some of them. Uncle Yukon says the old Packer's best. The new pack I know nothing about. Mooch is on high alert now. Yep, here it comes.
I don't know which ones they like.
Oh, geez. All right, you have to come over here and hold this.
They're all here. Hold on.
Okay, they don't like these. I need to take these to work for the work cats because they didn't like these little chicken bits. That has to go with me. These ones are Rizzo's. They have her name on them because they're the only ones she likes. Oh, she's not happy about that. Here comes Rizzo. I don't know what you want me to do with that.
That's fine.
Okay, I think they like these soft ones. Oh, hello there. Do you want this? Yes, you do. Oh, did you drop it? Get it. Go here. Hang on, there's other people in line behind you, Mooch. Sorry, I can't see chat. Rizzo. Mooch. Oh my gosh. Why would you leave me alone with all these cats and a pile of snacks and I can't manage and there's wires and I can't move and help.
My nose is so smooth.
Did you go pick it?
What?
Did you go pick it?
No, but I saw it. I saw it in the mirror and my nose is so smooth. What is happening here?
I'm trying to feed the cats.
I'm still dying of heat, by the way.
Oh, I don't know what I clicked on. There's a thing happening.
It's okay. Just don't worry about it.
Okay, I can't do anything here, though.
You give me this.
But wait, I can't because it's threaded through.
Then that's okay. Just click.
This was a bad idea.
Just click on the blue screen, and then just click on the blue screen, and you're okay.
Here.
Okay. Or I will click on the blue screen.
I have goopy hands. I started with the soft snacks.
Oh, you are such your mom sometimes. Oh, I'm in trouble after this. Oh, here comes all the cats. Drea, if you're watching, Kamika's here. Don't forget, Kitty, she needs some. Don't worry, Crystal, the animal lover. Kitty will get hers.
Can you give that to Nico? I don't know where Rizzo went. Hey, ow! I'll give to you.
Kamiko's over here on the side.
Ow!
Drea says, I see cats. Kamiko's here. Here, I'll take another one, please. Kamiko, come here.
Ow! You guys are pushy. Mooch.
He's just coming after mine now.
Ow! No claws. Hey.
There, Kamiko's up there. Oh my gosh, this is too loud. Sorry, guys.
Ow, ow, ow. Bro.
Tomorrow's Mooch's gotcha day.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. That's what Angela says.
Oh, thanks. I didn't check the... Ow!
I would like to make something for Mooch's Gotcha Day. Like, I would like him to have some sort of like chicken and rice or something awesome. Mooch has been really living the high life lately. I've been taking him everywhere with me to keep him cool. I set up TV trays to put his beds on, so he's in front of the air conditioning. He really does get a good. He really does get a good treatment. Oh, Kamiko went that way. I was trying to throw him for the kitty. Hey, Mooch.
Instead, you made Topo go running.
Yeah, Topo went running. Oh my gosh, this is so fun.
Come here.
Crystal, what is this life that we live?
Full of too many cats.
Full of.
He doesn't want to stand up here because Mooch is here.
Mooch, come up here. Here, you come up here. Ugh. Oh my gosh,
Ow.
your bones.
Ow! No claws.
You gotta treat him. You gotta teach him better.
He's already scratched me out.
Kamiko, come here. Oh my gosh, I call them by the wrong names. It happens sometimes
You
when
might
you
have too many cats.
when you have
can't
too many
keep their
cats,
names
kids.
straight.
Yeah, right, right.
Ow! Why?
Yeah, Jim,
don't
did you think Mooch? I've been trying to feed Mooch. I can't get his weight up anymore. He's just old.
Oh yeah, he's old.
He's old.
He did his weight did go back up a bit, but yeah, he's just got that old cat thin body.
I've just been
going on
trying.
now.
He hangs out with me every day. Like I make sure we're buddies. We're buddies every day. He gets extra bites of food. I'm just Kamiko, Kamiko, come here, Kamiko, Kamiko. Not you.
Okay, bye.
That was deliberate. We can get her up here. Here, I'll grab
She
her.
doesn't want to eat out of my hand.
No, she doesn't want to deal with Topo because Topo's a jerk. You stay back there, Topo. Topo is a big jerk face.
Rizzo's just staying over here off camera, waiting for me to hand them to her.
Right.
Alright, let's finish off this bag.
What are these?
Temptations. No, did you just eat it? I don't know what flavor this is. Tempting tuna. Does it taste like tuna? Are you tempted? She won't.
It's good, but it doesn't taste like tuna. It tastes like Here, let me like switch around my mouth a little bit.
No switches for you.
Oh, that was a long time. That was going a long time ago.
Apparently, Rizzo likes the tempting tuna, even though the savory salmon is her favorite.
You know what? And it's been the same thing since I was a child and I ate like the first like milk bone dog biscuit. They all taste like that cornmeal.
Yeah.
They all just taste like cornmeal, to be honest.
You want me to go get the chicken hearts out?
I didn't like that.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, I didn't like the chicken. I don't want that. Because I can see ventricles, so that's where I draw the line.
Okay, this one is trash. Let's put your nose here. Someone's gonna knock them.
All right. Okay. I guess we're gonna wrap this up. You know, there's a lot of people here hating out, but let's wrap this up so we can get some food in us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
I am too.
Hey, I don't have any more.
Oh my gosh! Thanks for hanging out with us. It's still 95 out. 95 out. 86 in here. Yay! It's finally cooling down.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys want us to do this again next month. I can never tell. I don't know what the trend is, but we can do this again next month if you guys like just hanging out with us. Yeah, what do you have? What's going on in the chat? It's so far away from me.
I don't know. Well, that one is better and easier to see, but you took the mouse.
Here, you have that one back.
Thanks.
I'm gonna need a bowl of cereal of those cat snacks in a minute. Those are pretty.
Oh,
good.
I thought you were gonna say the birthday cake Fruity Pebbles we got.
Oh, that's right. We did get birthday cake Fruity Pebbles. Those are for Crystal.
I might have that for dinner.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you guys for hanging out. Whew, it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for asking us all these questions. I had fun answering them. It was interesting, some of the things that you guys asked that I would never think of ever.
Right.
I do like that, so that was a lot of fun. We should be back tomorrow morning with Daily Dan, as long as I'm not melting. And then we'll be back Friday night, or Crystal's going to make what? What are you making this Friday?
What am I making?
You tell me. I'm asking you. This is how that works.
Devil's Food Bun Cake.
Nana's Devil's Food Bun Cake. That's...
Yes. I have to figure out the coffee part of things, because I don't actually know how to make coffee.
I think Melissa also asked, like, what can we do instead of coffee? She asked.
You just need a liquid, and the Hershey's coffee cake, or chocolate cake, takes a cup of boiling water, so you might be able to substitute that, but I can't guarantee you're going to get that same flavor. The Devil's Food Cake, I think, is like a deep, rich chocolate flavor, which you get by adding coffee to a chocolate cake. You don't really taste coffee; it just enhances that chocolate
I'm just
flavor.
going to make whatever the smallest pot of coffee is, and we'll just pour it in there. Does it need to be cold?
No, my problem is, like, I know how to make coffee.
All right.
I don't know how much coffee to put in there for the amount that we need.
It doesn't
So
say how.
I need
It doesn't
to-
say how much.
No, it just says you need 1 cup of coffee. But how do I... I don't want to make it super strong because we're not coffee drinkers, and I don't want to overwhelm us with the coffee flavor. I'll look into it. I'll figure it out. You can get a McDonald's cup of coffee, $1. Oh, but I don't want it to be like burnt and gross. We have a coffee maker and we have coffee for like people who come here.
Right. Does it need to be cold or not?
No, it says
so
like,
we can just brew it on the show? Oh.
Like, but I think hot will be okay because when I make the chocolate cake, it's hot boiling water. So I think it'll be okay. The cats are sniffing the heck out of the paintings.
Just make instant coffee. I think do we have packets of instant coffee also? We might.
I don't think so.
Daily Dan. What day is the Daily Dan? What do you care? You don't show up for it anyway. At least your better half does.
Brittany says about 2 tablespoons for a mug. Okay. And a cup, I think, was it 6 or 8 ounces? I have to Google that, too. Like a measuring cup was 6 or 8 ounces. I'm drawing a blank right now. I think 8.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, I'm starving.
All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for being so awesome. It was really fun answering these odd questions. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm always curious what you guys are going to ask next. So thank you guys so much, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. Or actually, we'll see you guys Friday.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for it. Hopefully it won't be as hot, and our snacks won't melt. Is it a baking night where I get to eat the stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
then it's a win for everybody. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you later.
Night, guys.